Oh, hi.
We killed him. We killed him and we ate him.
Yeah. Or maybe he got ate by Capa. Maybe Capa got hungry.
Or Max.
Max would do that.
Max would. If he could get away with it. Kittens are always hungry.
He did, yes. Max could even be sitting in this chair right
we
now.
Wouldn't know.
I thought he was sitting in that chair.
The last I saw him, he was deposited there.
He doesn't stay where he's placed unless it's the middle of the afternoon and nap time. Then you can like pick him up and put him like wherever you want. And he'll just curl up like a field mouse. It's so cute.
Like a field mouse?
Yeah, like a little ball. So cute.
Well, Scott might fail it. Who knows?
Yeah. In all actuality, we are expecting Scott. He'll be here in a short while, so we're going to begin without him.
Let me read.
I'm gonna drink
we are
my
live. Hooray!
Space milk. Not blue milk, but green. It's matcha.
I mean, that can almost look blue.
If we color changed it. Space milk. You're allowed outside. And you're supposed to go to work and school. Because those things are essential for the economy. You just aren't allowed to see people that you love. That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You're only allowed
anything that you like truly care about doing, you're not allowed to do.
No.
Everything else
Fitness,
is
culture.
fine.
You're not allowed to see people you love. You are allowed to see people you're boning.
Yes, if you live alone and they live alone.
And you're allowed to pay someone to see you. So
Yes.
if they're performing a service that must be completed in person, that's allowed. Kate, I would like to hire you to be my in-person friend for the afternoon.
Yes, I can like do some filing or talk about taxes
I'd like to
briefly.
hire you to file my tax
Yes,
thing.
I'll
and we'll
file
just
you.
take
I'll
a
fix
really
your
long
file
lunch.
drawer.
Yeah.
You know, drink some tea and.
If the stream happens in the middle of it, it's fine.
Yeah, whatever.
Light robot. Oh yeah, it really is facing the wall. It's like some Blair Witch shit over there.
File drawer. Yes, yes. Filing cabinet is what I'm used to. But yes.
What I love right now, though, is that it kind of looks like you're a professional dork, a professional geek, because you've got all sorts of like I know that there are comics in that bookshelf, and then there's plays in that other bookshelf, and in those binders, those are Netrunner cards.
That's right.
But then there's a diploma.
There's a diploma. There's also an alpaca on top of a teddy bear. Just to keep things really spicy. You never know what's going on in this office.
Ah, how caliente.
And a freezer where I keep my bodies. I mean plant-based meats.
Your cat food, yeah. That's it. You're
100%.
you're just stocked up to the pandemic or no pandemic. Cats will be fed.
That's right.
Definitely
I'm
no
so ready
bugs.
for the apocalypse in that freezer.
You know who we do have, though? If we don't have Scott,
Yeah.
we can always replace Scott in our hearts with She Who Knows 10,000 Things and Entropy's Disciple. Erwin and the Crosshair are both here.
Yay. Hooray, hooray.
Must we scatter remains across a map? I don't know if this is the apocalypse yet, Kung Fu Fenris. This is more like the second sign.
Pre-apocalypse. We're creeping ever closer to it, though.
Proto-apocalypse.
Hey, did any of you actually bother spending any experience? Scott doesn't get to because he's not here.
Sure. I did.
Oh.
I'm being a bad person. No.
Go.
What are they gonna say?
Sorry. I bought Nobody's Fool, which is a talent. It allows me to upgrade the difficulty of incoming charm, coercion, or deception checks once per rank. get 1 rank.
Ooh. I went on a little bit of a shopping spree. I bought my first rank in athletics. I bought another rank in cool. And I bought a second rank in brawl.
Nice.
So it was fun times for all.
Because nothing epitomizes cool like Melba.
I know.
The wink and the finger guns, like, so cool.
Hey.
Scott has an ETA of 20 to 30.
All right. How to kill his character in 20 to 30 minutes.
It doesn't take that long to kill his
Ella,
character.
yeah, take his spot. Oh, no, come here. I'll lift you up.
But the excuse to use your body as a puncture palace.
No, that's all Max. He just, like, climbs up my leg. He's like, oh, a ladder for my convenience. I'm like, that's my flesh. Thank you so much.
Yeah, 30 minutes of cat. Scott is now a cat.
Did Ella get a haircut?
No. Just the thought of that makes me laugh. She would kill me. Oh, she would end.
Yes,
my life.
Puncture Palace.
Oh, she's actually sitting on the safety card, so I think she's ready to give the demonstration.
All right.
I mean, way to go, cat.
Yeah?
What with the safety cards? We might as well just do this then.
Yeah.
Folks, if you're here, it's because you're here to enjoy a good old-fashioned role-playing time. And that's what our players are here for, too. But we also want to make sure that everybody keeps having a good time and stays safe. That's why we've got these puppies. So these are our safety cards. We use these. We also talk about them at the top of every show. So if you've heard this before, TS, you're going to hear it again. Green. Flashing this card means that you are totally okay with what's going on, even if it looks like you're not okay with what's going on. It is, I'm fully consenting or even wish to continue further. The yellow card, however, means that you have to give the table a heads up. It might mean that you have to warn somebody about something, or you might have to just let people know that things are getting a little heated for you, but it does mean that you can continue, just watch out. The red card, however, stops the game. It stops the game, we stop, we regroup, we immediately address what's wrong, and we continue only when the player who flashed the red card says they are ready to continue. No one ever has to justify their use of a card, but the red card is the serious business. Stop, we got to talk about this. It might mean that we'll have to retcon something. It might mean that we'll have to immediately swap out the scene, but no matter what, that's the big kahuna. You don't have cards, but you do have options. There are 2 mods and me in chat that you can message, Aragorn, Crosshair, or myself, if you want or need to make sure that we know that you are not feeling okay about something that's happening. While we can't always accommodate every single request, obviously we have a vested interest in making sure that you're safe, so we do want to know. And above all, you have one tool that you can use no matter what, which is you can leave. You can turn off the stream or leave chat. We don't necessarily want you to do that, but we do want you to keep yourself safe. So please do that if you find that it's necessary, and let us know. And if you let Aragorn or the Crosshair know, they will keep it anonymous should you so choose, but they will let us know that there is a thing. Because you know what? If we find out afterwards that there was something that really bothered you and we could take or leave it, then we now know and we can do something about it. So let us know. Mm-hmm. We care.
Yep. And the question in chat was what happens when there's a red card, and we will go to a BRB screen. We will discuss it for as long as we need. If we can't resolve it in order to resume play, then we will end the stream. But
do you want to see what it looks like? It looks like
oh,
this.
Shit. Ta-da! That's what it looks like.
I saw that.
Wait, no!
I should have punched him in the face. And that applies to most things in life. So.
You know what's funny is that could be quote like 4, or it could be quote 1,347.
Yep.
But There it is. Does anybody actually have any questions about the safety demonstration? I mean, we just got one, and honestly, if there are any questions, we would love to. Braun took a bullet, and that's going to be his job until the end of time. Nice.
A brawl room Brits. God.
Oh. But yeah. So otherwise, I suppose then it's time for us to. Hey, thanks for the follow.
Thank you.
Gazebo Baklava. What a great
I
name.
like both of those nouns. Those are two great nouns.
What a great name, Gazebo Baklava. I am so down.
Also feels like a spy, like, you know, if, like the name of a case file for like a spy agency.
Gazebo Baklava sounds like a spy name that somebody would choose if they weren't really aware, or they were like, it was like a pastiche spy name.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could eat baklava in a gazebo. It's a name from Archer. Is it actually a name from Archer, or is it a, or is it just like an example of a name that you could find in Archer? I admit I haven't seen
Much of it.
the last 5 seasons.
That style. Yeah. Should we inquire as to what happened last session?
Certainly can. We can have a look.
Find out.
Crosshair, you can just ask the question. I
Yeah.
mean, we're already sort of vamping. I mean, we're going to start before Scott gets here, but
Unless it's like gonna cue a half-hour discussion.
I like how right now it looks like Rigel Mereen is being played by Ella.
Yes. I
I
mean,
do it in a second, and I do a better job than that piece of crap who normally does it. Whoa, Ella, that's really mean. Whoa, Catherine Hepburn. What are you doing in our house?
It's just a wall of text.
yeah, it will like cover all of chat.
Ooh, but it's a great way to clear the chat if somebody's
Ooh.
being inappropriate.
Yeah.
You just throw
Crawl,
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 up in
crawl,
there.
crawl. Just meant to ask if the red card ever became close to being shown during stream since they were introduced.
I don't think
If a red card is close to being introduced, then a yellow card would probably have already been flashed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that's not okay. So I say that, but that's not necessarily true because sometimes, even though we know that we have these, it can be hard to pull them out. You know, like even though they shouldn't feel like this, it sometimes feel that if you do pull a card out, then you are making a judgment call on somebody else. Like, how dare you force me to show a red card when that's not the point at all.
And sometimes it's just we don't have that instinct as much as we talk about this every single session. It's a bit different than obvious fire, put out fire. It's much more of a, oh, I'm uncomfortable, what's going on? And there are other coping mechanisms that we've developed through our lifetimes other than flashing red cards. So I also feel like, yeah, I mean, it's a system and it's a good system to have and know and use and practice.
Yeah.
But
I mean, we've been playing together for quite some time, so we also kind of know where our limits are. And a red card, honestly, I'd be surprised if a red card got flashed, but I obviously would welcome seeing one because it means that there's something that we can do to fix things and make people feel better.
Yeah.
There have absolutely been times in my gaming life that I would have pulled a red card had those been a thing
yeah.
back in the day. But it hasn't been yet.
Yep.
I'm glad to hear that, Gazebo. But yeah, that's part of the reason why we do it every session that we go through it is because honestly, we have to train ourselves to get used to using these. Give us your favorite analogy.
Yeah, what I was saying earlier. It's like fire drills and knowing where your fire extinguisher is. You need to know where to go, what to do before there's a fire, and you're in a panic situation. Yeah. That's why we go over them all the time.
I mean, red shirts haven't really been a sign of Star Trek death since the original series.
Yeah, and I feel like now it's sort of a joke that they occasionally pull just for the memes.
They must. Well, then I guess we're just going to get started, because screw Scott, am I right? All right. Unless there are other questions that we can answer just before we start. Oh, I didn't say it in the jot. Wait. Screw Scott. Am I right? I mean, hard. But not too hard. Like, just hard enough.
And on that note,
let's move on.
One thing, though, that we do say, Goblin Queen, is that we don't joke about cards.
yeah.
It's never a joke.
Yeah.
This is the only card that we can use as a joke because this is also the card that says that everything's fine. But if anybody ever says any kind of joke, even passingly, about either of these cards, I have to stop and pay attention to it and look at it. No.
You're fresh, and B, it was as a question. But
Yeah.
just to fill you in.
Yeah, it's just because, trust me, you're not the first and you will absolutely not be the last as people bring it up. And it's just a thing. It's like the equivalent of shouting fire in a crowded theater. Even though, no, it isn't actually that serious in a lot of ways, we have to treat it as such. Because the instant that you start being like, oh yeah, that red card, maybe it's a joke, is the instant that it stops actually having the same effect. Hello, Ripka Ike.
RPGClinic.
Pukajusu's had a week, so hopefully we can make that week better.
Ta-da!
What is your favorite Star Wars moment? The funny thing is that I don't think I could answer the same thing if you asked me on different days, because it's been a part of our lives for so long. I mean, we, the three people who are here on screen right now, and Scott when he arrives, were not born when the first Star Wars came out. In fact, most of us weren't born when Return of the Jedi came out. However, that sort of means that it's become as part of our as part of our life as any other quintessential work. And so there's always this sort of natural, like, well, do you say that your favorite Star Wars moment is like when you first saw the movie and you finally saw somebody get into an X-Wing for the first time? Or is it the first time that you heard Leia's theme song when it comes over the speakers, John Williams just crashing into your ears? It changes every time. And these days, when you ask me what my favorite Star Wars moment is, it's honestly the Force theme when that comes on. And it's not because it's the Force, but because it's just the music evokes a lot in me. And I'm wondering whether that's going to change, whether my favorite Star Wars moment is going to become something that happens here with these people. And that's part of the reason why we game, is to get new experiences. And the experiences, because they're personal to us, mean something. The thankful thing is, though, that whether there's parts of Star Wars that you don't like or parts that you do, you get to kind of pick and choose. And when you're role-playing, you get to create. So while we're doing this, what I want the two of you to think about is to appreciate the fact that if there's a moment in Star Wars that you've never seen before, that you really wish you had, this might be your chance. Of course, I doubt that your favorite Star Wars moment, if you were to be asked what it would be, that it would be dealing with a strung-out Twi'lek outside of a cantina who is also making reference to the fact that his 3 namana shipments have gone awry, and that you two may or may not have some kind of tie to that.
So at this point, I've headed off to the cantina to pick up some drinks for our unfortunate friend. Bless you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Pooks.
Thank you.
When a Twi'lek sneezes, do you think that their leku just kind of go...
I don't know. Maybe.
Does it make that noise, too?
Definitely.
Luke was dreamy. Luke still is dreamy.
Is it weird that I find him even dreamier now that I know how good of a voice actor he is?
No?
Because the characters that he plays are predominantly like...
Yeah.
evil.
Yeah, or whiny shits.
Or
what?
whiny
But,
You mean like the Joker or Firelord Ozai? Or...
Exactly.
Yeah.
competence
He's
is
just so
fucking
good.
attractive, yo.
Yeah. Hey, Mark Hamill.
Hey, good Granville. Wait, what?
So he, if you'll remember, he was holding open a bag where you've seen that it's crushed namana inside, but it's also been...
Traces of spice.
There's traces of spice. And he's also not, as I mentioned, he doesn't have like the telltale signs of an addict, but he's definitely looks like he's under the effects of it right now.
Okay, so your last 3 shipments. Where were they
Oh,
supposed?
shit.
Yeah.
Y'all need to roll.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh
good
yeah. Eh?
gracious.
Oh yeah. We'll eventually get used to that.
They never did. Whoa. Yeah.
Oh, we balanced each other out. That's all things should be.
You want me to roll for Scott?
Yes, please.
Cool.
So we have 1 dark side, 1 light side, and another dark side.
Another dark side.
And I will roll for your obligation, which so far has not triggered. Will it trigger this time?
Statistically, it should.
Yes, it does.
And it's mine.
Yeah.
Oh, perfection.
Do you want to remind people what your obligation is?
Yes. And the perfect place for it to trigger. It's not on the paper one. I'm bad at keeping my paper character sheet up to date now that I have a digital one. So, it is addiction to the finer things. She grew up in affluence. She's used to a life where she can just buy things that she wants, and sometimes that gets the better of her, and she needs to go on a bit of a spending spree.
Yes.
So what this means for you mechanically, just so you know, because your obligation has been tweaked. It is, because this is the first time this has actually happened. So, all characters reduce your strain threshold by 1 for the remainder of the session.
Strain threshold.
Yeah, your threshold. So, right now, if your strain threshold is what, like 12, I imagine?
14.
14. So now, effectively, it's 13 for the rest of the session.
Okay.
The second is that the player character whose obligation was triggered reduces their strain threshold by 2 for the remainder of the session.
Okay.
You don't have to reflect this in your sheet currently.
Okay.
And finally, if it was doubles, then all the effects of triggering that obligation would also double. But I did not roll doubles. I rolled a 12. So you're fine on that aspect. But that means that your obligation is going to trigger at some point in this session, and you will have to deal with it. So.
How fun.
So we got rid of that. No one tells Scott.
Nope.
Okay.
Until, he's at 1 below his strain threshold, and you're like,
And then
haha,
we're like,
sucker.
oh, by the way, you're dead.
So you are... Well, sorry. You were asking a question and I interrupted.
I was?
Somebody was doing something and I said, oh.
I was talking to him, and I said, so about your last 3 namana shipments.
It's just the way it was. I don't know.
All right, my friend's gonna get you some refreshments.
You said that already.
Yes.
He doesn't look pleased that you're poking into it. Even though he was the one who volunteered the information. But Mast'urr is not... he's definitely not okay. From inside the cantina, it's relatively busy in here. It's bopping. There's people around who are happy enough to finally get a chance to relax. This is, after all, a planet that's known for its relative hospitality for smugglers. The drinks are cheap and they flow.
Ooh. So I sidle up to the bar. Hey there, friend. I was hoping, I don't know if you have any specials today, but I'll take a house special and maybe like a tea or something. I've got a friend outside who's feeling a little under the weather.
House special?
Well, whatever you'd recommend. I don't presume to think I know what you
Okay.
serve best here. Whatever you're proudest of.
So, you want 1 house special and 1 tea?
Let's make it 4 house specials, 1 tea.
4 house specials, 1 tea.
Yeah.
We can do that. And you hear somebody bark out something in a language that you don't quite recognize. And then first, there's a mug that's steaming that is pushed across the bar towards you. And then there's a fish bowl. Think like the size of my skull, plonked down, and it is filled with a purple liquid, which is also steaming. And you can see that there's things floating inside it that are pink in color.
Are
almost
they
like
alive?
little marshmallows.
Okay. Are they swimming? Okay.
No, they don't seem to be alive. And then there's is a vine that's wrapped around the fishbowl that's dunked inside the bowl, and then 3 more of those bowls are set up. So you actually wouldn't be able to lift all of them yourself without risking spilling any.
So I should probably at least drink a significant amount of one of them to make it easier to carry them outside. I'm thinking.
Define significant.
Just a little bit off the top, so it won't, sploosh over.
The rims, by the way, are encrusted with sugar.
All right, I'm gonna grab one and just take a swig, toast the barkeep and take a swig.
I mean, all right. Could I have you roll a resilience check, please?
Sure can.
It's just a simple check.
Yeah, I was thinking of upping my resilience. I did not.
Well, now you have regrets.
Does that mean it's 2 diff if it's a simple
1
check? 1, okay, thank you.
Well, technically a simple check is nothing, but we're going to make it 1.
Cool. That did not work. Oh, there it is. 1 success.
So for 1 success, that ain't bad. It tastes quite good. And you can tell that it's got a massive kick. And for every one of those little purple or pink marshmallows that you drink, that hits you like a shot.
Whew.
There's 12 of them floating in the fishbowl.
Oh, boy. Friend, you've got a potent special here.
Yeah, potent. You make sure that you take that
it.
tea carefully now.
Wait, is the tea potent too? It's just tea, right?
It's just tea.
Oh my god. All right. Well, I will pay the credits that are owed. Would you like me to mark that down?
No.
Okay, here we go.
So you're gathering all of them up. Meanwhile, Feena, when Melba comes back outside and she's holding 4 fish bowls and a tea, at that point, your friend, your new friend, has just started gazing off into the distance, and you can almost see he's looking at people and trying to really focus on them for a second.
I'm gonna let him be for now.
He doesn't even notice that you have drinks.
All right, so I may have overshot this.
Gonna take one and pass it to him.
The teas for this gentleman. The other things are for us and the person, the individual who's helping us out on our ship.
Gotcha.
The fishbowl's almost Capa's size.
That's amazing. He's gonna swim
Fantastic.
in it.
I see nothing wrong with this. They can swim around in it.
So he takes the tea and he takes 1 sip of it and then he just drains it to the point where you would expect for some people that would burn their tongue. This tea is still quite warm, but he just seems so thirsty and so desperate for something to drink that he just drinks the whole thing. Sighs loudly as he puts it down and then digs into his bag and pulls out another bunch of the powder that's inside right now.
May I make sure that isn't laced as well?
Oh, it's definitely got, it's not pure namana candy. It couldn't be. It's the colors are not correct. It's got a shimmer effect that...
It seems someone's tainted your whole supply.
Tainted? No. Hey, fuck you. Tainted? No. No, there's no... This is my own personal supply. It's medicinal.
You don't seem used to its effects.
I have no idea what you mean. And he starts to bring it up to his mouth. I mean, you can try to smack it out of his hand if you really want to, but...
No. I'm not in charge of him.
So he basically ingests more of the spice and then takes one very long sigh, and he sits down, and he gets this dreamy-looking smile over his face. His leku just go limp.
I sort of like lean over to Feena, try to say in a whisper, is he gonna be okay?
I mean, it's ridiculously addictive.
Well, is there something we can do to help him? Should we be stopping him from having any more?
Should we?
I don't know. Feels weird to
Let
leave him
someone
like this.
hurt themselves? I don't know.
I mean, I don't have any ideas.
Yeah.
I just... What is with this namana, hey? It's like following us around everywhere we go.
Yeah. There's something going on with it. There's something bigger at play. There's definitely something bigger at play.
You hear the sound of a commotion coming from inside the cantina. It almost sounds like a few tables being knocked over, and then you see a very irate-looking human just start stomping out. He's holding one of these fish bowls, and as he leaves, he just spikes it in front. It does not break; it bounces, but it doesn't break. And he is swearing up a storm. I tell you, no one should ever try to conduct business in there. Ever.
Yeah, it seemed
Someone
like
interrupt?
pretty pleasant place when I went in.
Are you kidding me? You know, I just have to tell the guild, and if I get them to come in here, whole place gets lit up.
Why? Have they been breaking bounty rules?
They haven't been breaking rules, but they've got weird ways of showing gratitude.
Did you help?
Did you just complete a bounty for someone in there?
I just negotiated the release of a prisoner, yes. But for some reason, they're giving me my payment, but then insisting that it can only be used here on this planet. That's not the rules. So I
not.
said, okay, I want it in credits, because if I'm going to get it, I'll at least get it in credits. And then they say, well, maybe we don't want the prisoner anymore. Again, against the rules. So as soon as I point at everything, there's just another problem and another problem and another problem. I finally got everything that I was supposed to get. It took me 2 hours, and then they say they're asking me if I want another bounty. Not if it's going to take me this much of a hassle just to get my money.
Oh, I'm so sorry that it was so troublesome.
Yeah, that's really upsetting. I can understand why you'd never want to waste your time with a place like this ever again. I'm kind of like looking off towards the cantina.
I'm like, Melba. So, I suppose you could report them back to the guild for being so uncooperative.
What's the point?
More hassle for you, of course. No benefit.
I'm just never going to deal with them again.
Yeah,
That's understandable.
totally understandable.
So, what does a bounty hunter like you have their sights set on next?
Getting off this rock.
It's got lots of trees.
Trees don't pay the bills.
No.
You know what? I'm better off. I'm
Yeah.
better off.
Yeah.
Sure you can find
Yeah.
more commissions.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah.
And he
I want to
Just-
like offer to like I want to gesture to Cheers with this ridiculously large punch bowl. Like, yeah.
To greener pastures. Oh, dear God,
greener
it's potent.
pastures. And then
Yeah.
he picks up his fish bowl from the ground, clonks it against yours, and then starts to walk off, and he's got a new pep in his step.
Oh.
How many seconds do you wait?
Yeah, I like turn instantly to Melba.
Like the second I can't see him anymore. So I'm like doing this kind of awkwardly, but I'm still holding a bunch of stuff.
Go, go, go.
I'm gonna leave the stuff on the
Okay.
ground, I think. Maybe, no, I'll take my fishbowl so I don't look super suspicious.
Well, look, I've already paid for something in here.
Means I can use the washroom, right?
Oh man, space washrooms. Those must be really complicated. Anyway.
We
There
do
are no
have to use the
bathrooms in
facilities
Star Wars.
once per session.
Thank you, Dio.
Happy birthday, Dio!
Happy birthday!
It is Dio birthday.
No, I was gonna like happy birthday, but yeah.
Happy birthday, Dio the Yarn Dragon. Happy birthday, Dio the Yarn Dragon. Happy birthday. So as you go inside, you see that there's people who are setting some tables back up, and there's another human inside who's just chuckling and shaking her head. Seems to be quite a pleasant-looking woman, but sitting next to her, there's a droid, and this droid it's a protocol droid unit. Who, of course, doesn't have a moving face, so doesn't really have an expression. But if there's a droid that could look embarrassed, there it is. This droid is silver in color, by the way, as opposed to like the gold of 3PO.
Certain ones. Oh,
okay.
I'm waiting on you.
Oh no, I thought you were playing
Responding
with
to
Trey. I
chat.
was gonna let you have your moment.
Go on.
Hey there. I heard that you might be requiring some help from the Bounty Hunters Guild, and I am here to offer my services.
The droid looks up and says, "Your identification, please, if that's at all possible." She is a registered member of the guild. And the woman goes, "Oh, goody. I think you and I are going to be very good friends."
I think you're right, and I take a seat opposite them.
Tell me, you wouldn't happen to be at all knowledgeable about the inner core worlds, are you?
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, I don't have. I'm a very fast learner, and I'm sure that anyone you need found, I can find them.
I'm looking for a Corellian.
Right? Yeah, I can do that.
So Corellians are humans from the planet Corellia. This particular gentleman, you must understand, they've displeased me. Business dealings that have gone wrong, and I absolutely need to make sure that nobody knows that it's possible to cheat me and get away with it.
Absolutely. I'm sure they must have done something real despicable to have rubbed you the wrong way. That what is their name?
The gentleman that I'm looking for is named Angus Seville. So Seville is not spelled Seville, just
Damn
for
it.
this. Seville is Ceville.
Angus Seville.
Yeah.
Angus Seville, the Corellian,
Yeah, that's right, Aragon.
the barber of.
See evil. Should have
Yes.
described it that way.
Yeah.
Angus sold me a few ships that I was going to be using for my legitimate trading company, and it turns out that every single one of these ships has been an absolute lemon. And I don't like that.
That's absolutely despicable.
So I've requested a refund. I have heard nothing. I want the money and I want the man. I want them both, and I want them here, and I want them today, which I know isn't possible, but
Sort of as soon as possible sort of situation.
yes.
Right.
So
Do you have a preference as to the alive state of the acquisition?
oh, I'll tell you what. There's an extra 5,000 in it for you if you can bring him back in one piece.
And if I can't?
Well, then you'll get 5.
Ah.
All right. Money out. All right.
No, just 5. 5 credits. 5 credits if you bring him back alive or dead, but if he's alive, it's 5,005. But I'll pay you 5 credits for your troubles if you just kill him.
I just kill him and take the money for myself.
The protocol droid pushes across a puck.
Pick it up.
But I want you to know that if you can recover the refund that I am due, then you can claim a percentage of that.
How much of a percentage?
Let's see how fast you are.
Say no more. And I get up and power walk out of the cantina. You will be here waiting? Is there another way I should?
Oh, you'll be able to find me right here. Don't worry. That's not going to be an issue.
Right.
I'm Minerva.
Pleasure to meet you, Minerva. My name is Melba.
I don't care about your name. I care about your results. Go on. And the protocol
Okay.
droid just sinks head in hands, and then, if you'll pardon me, I'm going to make sure that she has all the information on the way out. Whatever. And the droid gets up and starts to head out after you. I'm so sorry. She is absolutely impossible.
That's quite all right. She's had a tough time. She got bad ships.
She's rather upset. I do trust that you'll be able to use some discretion here.
I am the soul of discretion.
If the
And at
Empire
that, I kind
were
of like
to,
spill a bit of my fishbowl.
if the Empire were to follow you back here, it will not go well for anyone.
No, we are. We would never do anything to get their attention.
Good luck.
I promise.
Bad,
Thanks.
Melba. Bad. You didn't have to say that.
I mean,
The easiest way to lie is to lie by omission.
Off we go.
so the now distant-looking Twi'lek, who's seated on the ground, his hands tilt and his bag just flops over, scattering the rest of its contents, which is not much.
I want to make a show of looking surprised and then gathering the items up and also seeing what the items are as I do so.
It's just spice. It's like
Is
namana
it straight
powder
spice or is it
no, it's
mixed?
powder and spice that are mixed together, which is strange because why?
Yeah. I'm going to keep one of the pouches. Maybe a pouch that has
Well, no,
had...
it's one pouch
Oh, okay.
that has had powder in it, which he just goes "Bleh," and it
Okay.
goes. Psst.
Okay.
So you can probably still pull some of the powder.
In my pocket? I don't know. Find a spot, some way to
Okay.
steal some. And then try to like set it up right and set him up right and
You're so kind. I don't actually know if there's anything else I can do for you.
well, if you care about those lost shipments and want to send a team after them, I know a good pilot.
I
And a
just
good
wish
debt
I had my
collector.
shipments. 3 shipments is all it took to ruin me.
It's a shame.
It's an awful shame.
It's not the first I've heard of namana shipments going missing.
If only Nenzana was here, I would do all of the questions. And then he closes his eyes. Nenzana was his former business
Yeah,
partner.
exactly. I was just seeing if I
Or
had noted.
current business partner who hasn't been around.
Yeah, maybe did. I'm gonna leave him to his own devices and leave most of my drink untouched. And
You're not taking it back to the ship?
well, we have drinks to deliver to the ship.
That is true, you do. You
I
have
want to
many
see if I
bowls.
can't call Melba back from her skipping away joyously. Be like, can you bring these back to the ship? I just have to pick up 1 or 2 more things.
Oh, Feena, you forgot yours too. Here,
No,
let me
it's
grab
okay,
it for you.
I'm
bud.
good.
Nah,
I'm-
it's no trouble at all.
You have such
And I-
broad, strong arms, Melba. So I'm going shopping some more.
So what else is it that you need? Because there's
Oh, I
only
don't
so much
need
shopping.
anything, but I do feel like spending a whole lot of money on a whole bunch of unnecessary but pretty stuff. I want to get like
This-
the nicest blankets I can find for my room and nicest outfits.
There isn't really like nice stuff on this planet. This is a smuggler's planet. They don't really deal that much in like luxury goods. This is a place to get in, get your stuff out, leave.
Okay, then I will do my best to find another place to waste my money.
I'll let
Before
you
the
know
end
when
of the
there's
Okay,
when there's some
cool.
things. but-
Then,
I mean, this may actually contribute to you not wanting to be here anymore.
yes. I'm just also trying to buy time before we head back to the ship.
You're allowed to head back to the ship now if
Okay,
you want.
we head back to the ship.
Oh, Feena, guess what?
What?
We have another contract.
That's what I gathered. Now,
We have to go to Corellia.
you want to go into the core systems.
Yep. Looking for a gentleman named Angus Seville. A real piece of junk. He sold
You-
some bad ships, and if we bring him back alive, we could get 10,000 credits and then some. Huh?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how Rigel feels about core worlds and all of that. I mean, that's the whole, questionable imperial situation, and they're all up in that business.
We're not gonna linger there or anything. We're just gonna pick up this guy and then come right back here. With our pockets much fatter than they were before.
Yeah. Sure, core worlds. Why not? Never been. New adventure.
Excellent. I can't wait to tell Rigel. I hear him banging around inside the ship.
Oh, perfect.
Do you actually hear him?
I do.
Okay. When you get back to the ship, there is something that I should point out.
Mm-hmm.
Someone or something has been in your quarters.
I really wish I had found a nice blanket shop now.
Someone has been in your bed, has messed up your sheets, not like dirtied them or anything, but like if the bed was made, it is now no longer made, and it also kind of vaguely smells a little bit like wet Wookie.
What? I start really stripping all the beds and blankets and everything, and take the pillows and take the fucking mattress off. Just everything. Out. It's getting chucked out into the hallway.
Melba, are you?
I'm laying out everybody's drinks nicely on the table.
Hello.
Hey there, Capa.
So Capa, who again, right, like comes up to maybe your knee, scurries along and sees just this fishbowl, and then looks up. Where get?
I got that from the cantina. Now, I fully don't expect you to, like, drink the whole thing right now. We can all pace ourselves over the next little bit. I brought back giant fish bowls of the special.
Well, that is a less happy Ella.
And yet it still
In a
feels par for the
nutshell,
course for Ella.
No.
Everyone.
Do not like. I was comfy.
Damn you. Damn you to hell. She's saying.
Capa lifts the fishbowl, and you can see that their hands are trembling a bit because it's heavy.
Yeah.
And then they think better of it and just put it down, and then instead just leans over and puts their head just inside the fishbowl, and then just starts breathing in, which is enough to start like vacuuming the liquid into Capa until they get about halfway down, and then looks back up. And
How you feeling, bud?
fix ship, fix me, and then wanders over and is promptly sick all over the blankets that are being tossed out into the hallway.
Hooray!
My ship.
Rigel.
And then they just lie down, pulling the rest of the blankets over them, and just starts to doze right there in the hallway.
Take the mattress and start using it as like a very long sort of oversized shovel to start shuffling him, since the blankets probably don't have too much traction with the floor. Just start shoving him back towards the common
And have
area.
you ever lifted a mattress? They
I
don't
mean,
make
are they
very
good, big, like heavy mattresses?
Well, is yours? I suppose
I
should
don't
ask?
know. Is this a standard issue
I think it's more
mattress? Have
like-
I had a chance to upgrade it?
You could.
I don't care if it's bad. I'm not getting anywhere near that pile of stuff, and I don't want any of these things anymore. So
All right. Well, your betting, including your mattress, is now
forfeit.
been shoved away.
Yep.
So you have a way to get. You could even just like drop the mattress and just walk over the top of
I
it.
want to move it all away.
All right.
Because it smells. It smells like Capa sick.
Well, it smelled.
And Wookiee.
Kappa didn't really
Wet
have a lot of
Wookiee.
opportunity to be sick. It was more like just regurgitated
Yeah, that's
special.
true. Stop.
Rigel.
Rigel like beetles out from the cockpit. He's really excited, and his eyes light up even further as he sees the special. Although maybe there's none left. I don't know.
Oh, I got 4 fish bowls in total. There's one just for you.
Hey, well, this is what a homecoming.
Yeah, bottoms up, bud.
What happened?
Oh, I got us a contract. And Feena made a new friend, somebody who's seriously addicted to namana candy.
No, spiced namana.
No.
I mean, also namana, but the namana has been spiced. Also, the last 3 shipments of namana just didn't show up. What a mystery. We've never heard of that before, have we, Rigel?
We have.
Yeah.
But I get you. I'm just.
Also, we need to go blanket shopping, bed shopping.
Sorry. What?
Yep, you heard me. Those are words.
Why do we need to go bed sheet shopping?
Because someone let a wet Wookiee, or maybe somehow this little tiny sleepy creature smells like wet Wookiee. I don't know. I'm gonna get sick all over my blankets.
Capa really wanted to.
Hey.
Look. I made sure Cappy wasn't sleeping in your bed, so I feel like that's a win.
I'm fine to pay for it. We just need to make a stop.
You know,
Or you can
where
just give
I
me
hear
your
they have
bed.
wonderful blankets is actually Corellia.
No, they don't have anything.
That's
there
a
that we
really
can go
far
We
away
have
without a bed.
An acquisition that I need to acquire at Corellia.
Are you volunteering to sleep on the floor until we get to Corellia?
If that's what it takes.
I'd much rather we just stop and get new bedding.
I'm getting a sense that maybe some stuff happened. Just to be clear, are we drinking out of celebration or are we drinking because things aren't great? I just want to know what kind of mood I should be in with this.
Little column
Things were
A.
great until I gesture towards the pile of blankets with.
Right. So quick. I also have some news here. You all know Capa, so that's out of the way, and I kind of motion to the the form on the floor or wherever they've gone.
Well, it now looks like a lump of blanket.
So you all know Capa. Capa did actually, well, first of all, manage to spot weld something into place to fix the hull damage, but also got the power back on, as you can tell, and the Redshift spoke to me.
Now, do you mean because you've been talking to that thing for
Like on a
while.
spiritual level?
No, so comms were on, and a voice came out of it, and the voice said something that I'm going to check my notes about. But the voice said to be safe, we had to keep each other safe.
Well, that's just what we're supposed
No,
to do.
but it was
anyway.
a voice. Do you know what I mean?
You're
Now,
sure?
I'm not saying that I don't believe you there, bud.
There
Okay.
isn't like
But did anyone else hear this voice?
forgotten compartment that you have some former really starving prisoner locked away in?
Oh, weak.
Maybe it's an old recording.
Can you imagine? Do you? So I thought that too, but there doesn't seem to be any audio data of any kind other than the calls you've made a couple of times.
Now, with all
As you
due
know.
respect,
Yeah.
bud,
Yeah.
sometimes things happen on this ship
Uh-huh.
that you were not aware of.
Okay.
So maybe there are some hidden audio logs or something like that.
Sure. So I got really excited about it, but you're right. I'm just gonna have a drink of this special, and I'm just telling you what I heard because I thought you'd want to know that
If
the
we
ship
hear
also-
disembodied voices in the ship, don't panic. This isn't
well, not
new.
disembodied. It was coming out of the comms, so it was coming from the Redshift, right? And I touched
Someone
the,
on comms.
the wall, touched the hull.
Did you just call your ship a body, bud?
Not really. What do you mean?
Never mind.
Okay. Glug 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 glug.
So how much of
So-
it do you actually drink there, buddy?
Okay, so I'm gonna have a.
Yeah,
a
I'm
quick
gonna ask
sip.
you to roll your resilience there.
That is fair, sir. Wait a second. This is just like that.
Make that
first
an
one.
easy check.
Easy check. Coming in hot. Watch this. Famous last words.
Well, botch. Ultra botch.
Hooray!
Well,
Yay!
All right. Well, with your advantage, at least you look impressive with the amount that you've drank. But I'm gonna ask you to take a couple of strain.
oh,
Oh, you have one less strain threshold for this session.
no! Why didn't you lead with this?
Hooray! Guts.
I mean, we all do. I have 2 less strain threshold for the session.
Oh, you. Okay, I understand. So I'll track that for myself. Then I won't change my level here.
So, set course for Corellia.
No. I think we need to talk about this.
What's there to talk about?
Well, okay, so Kitrin's just gone.
Yeah.
We know that now. We understand this. Capa here did not. Capa seemed really interested in coming along with us, but didn't really. We didn't hash out those details so much. I would hate to have a little guy wake up on board a ship in hyperspace and realize that like they don't want to be here. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, they've
it's-
certainly got a nest to sleep in if they do want to stay.
But what if they don't?
Then
wanna
they
stay?
can take the nest with them.
I'm just saying. I don't think we're taking off yet.
Oh,
is, I
we
guess
could
what I'm saying.
wake them up and ask them, but also, I'm meeting my contact back here with the acquisition. So it's a return trip. Easy, fast.
You ever been to Corellia?
No.
Why'd you say it
Have
like you had?
you?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, what's it like?
Very busy. A lot of people poking their noses in where they don't necessarily belong. Do you get my meaning?
Well, I think that's great for us. Crowds mean we're not going to stand out as much. Bunch of nosy people. We are nosy people. So, yeah, but really. John, is that where you got the inspiration for Corellia's name?
No. Corellia is Julian actually named Corellia.
Nice.
And it.
Now we enter the time loop where John's inspiration from Star Wars Reach inspires LARPs, and we like.
Oh, Ellen, no.
So Corellia is on a major trade route, the Corellia Run, that leads straight to Ryloth. So I would have some reason to be vaguely familiar with it. I'm just trying to.
Yeah, Corellia is a big deal planet. Its main thing is that it makes fast ships.
I think I was maybe thinking of the wrong planet.
Coruscant, maybe, which is in
I
the
might
Deep
have been
Core.
thinking of that one. It's
Coruscant is sort of
Coruscant?
like the
That's like the capital world.
the capital world.
Yeah.
That's Empire Central right now.
Yeah.
Also the home of Jar Jar Binks currently.
Oh, is it?
Senator Jar Jar Binks.
Don't you
Ah,
mean
yes, of
Sith
course.
Lord
Very
Jar Jar
important.
Binks?
Jar Jar Binks is not a Sith Lord.
If he says
Poor
so.
world, these pilots large starships. Okay. Oh, that's exciting at least.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's. Sorry, I just need to be caught up on all this.
Of course.
So you meet someone here, grab a contract.
Yep.
Fantastic. We're going to Corellia to pick somebody up, acquire
right.
a target.
Yep.
Want to give me any more information?
The name is Ingus Seville.
Uh-huh.
Sold some bad ships.
Ooh, bad ships.
Yeah. We need to bring him back and get him to pay what he owes. Simple.
We need to get him to pay what he owes. We need to bring him back.
Both.
We need to bring him back and then get him to pay.
Yeah.
Why is that our job?
Well, it's what a skip tracer does.
Why don't you get what he owes and then leave him?
Because she also presumably wants to chastise him personally
Got it.
Is
with a blaster.
yep.
Blast ties. Okay. I getcha. It's making sense. And what was this about? About spice? Like, Rigel lowers his voice and, like, is looking at, the little guy. Kama. It's not his name.
Kappa.
Kappa. Not even close.
Kappa, by the way, is apparently Kappa's version of snoring is humming. So
That's so cute.
right now, Kappa's asleep, and they're going.
It's really cute. Oh, Ella.
So yeah, met an older Twilight gentleman, down on his luck, high off his face, and turns out that his trading partner has disappeared, as have the last 3 shipments of namana. But the namana that he was consuming so readily and frequently seemed to be laced with glitter spice.
Seeing as Twilight's partner was responsible for...
Whoops, that seems to have disconnected you. Bit just audio-wise, but now you're back. There was just a
good.
brief muting. You're good.
Wonderful.
I assume a little slip of a kitten foot.
Yeah, all three of them are playing around the wires right now.
Oh, I remember when it was
exactly
just
as
two
well
of
as
them
you
that
It's
decided.
hashtag chaos cats.
Chaos Cat.
It's like their
No,
favorite.
Max.
But everyone else was doing it. I don't want to be cozy.
Yeah, kick his ass, Max.
You're a good kitty.
We got the baby.
Just for you, Dio, on your birthday.
Happy birthday!
All right, Max.
And just for you, Trey.
I'll go to play. Bye.
Hang on, sorry. You're saying you ran into a Twilight whose partner is responsible for Centipola's...
I don't
that he
know
tried to
about
pull?
Centipola. It might be completely unrelated, except for the bigger scale of things that a certain passenger of ours was trying to tell us about while they still were able to tell us about things.
I see. Well, that is a bit too bad that we didn't get more information out of them. But we did the right thing. We can't... Oh, God.
Oh my God. Jesus fucking Christ.
Sorry.
All right, friends, everyone.
I'm
you're
still
all
How are you, Scott?
good, guys. I'm very happy to be here. If we're taking a quick break, I'll just say, very happy to be here. Happy to see everybody.
chat just got an achievement.
Ooh,
Achievement.
chat achievement.
I was like, I'm not falling for that.
That's no honeymoon.
Because there's a new ship
New
name.
ship
So there are now
active.
3 new ship names, and that's done.
Damn.
Is the ship named Tron?
Yeah.
Trey and John.
Oh, I see.
But I also like Tron,
I was
so I
like,
don't know. I might have to
Twilight
ship this.
Rigel on board. That's really good. Okay.
That's no honeymoon.
That's my
Hooray.
Very good. Where'd you leave this? Where'd you leave this guy?
Having just dosed himself up again, hanging out at the cantina.
Oh, that's disappointing.
I discouraged him. I didn't physically restrain him, though.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's not really our problem, right? We can just get the hell out of here.
Now we have work to do.
Uh-huh. I mean, did we get everything that we needed here? Oh, what is in this? And I take another sniff of the special.
A whole lot of special.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
It's a purple steaming liquid with pink marshmallow type things floating in them, and every individual marshmallow, of which you had about 12, ended up being, thank you, never too many socks. Every individual one hits you like a shot.
Oh. So I've definitely had a couple of those already. Yeah. All right. Okay, so we left him. That's fine. We got what we needed. Capa here really helped with getting the ship all spick and span. So we're just getting out of here. New contract.
Yep. New contract. We're gonna forget the unpleasantness of the last one, and this one will go much better.
Cool. What's the plan?
I'm gonna start shaking the pile of clothes. Hi.
And then, just 2 little fingers poke out from the bundle wrapping and then pull down so that you can see their face.
Oh.
So we're getting ready to take off.
Hello.
Hello. Do you want to go across space to Corellia? Or do you want to be left here at home?
Rigel said this is home.
It's home for Rigel. Is it home for you?
Rigel said this is home.
Capa, if you want to stay with us, I am more than happy to have your incredible talents on board.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I feel you, bud.
And the blanket just gets pulled back over, and then you hear,
Hooray!
smell nice.
Just don't ask for anything repaired, I guess. Yet.
Don't break anything yet?
Got it. Makes sense to me.
So about my bedding.
Right. Why don't I just nip out and buy you some then? How's that? Oh, no, hang on. Actually, I bet you I can find something to replace it. Sorry, that doesn't suit me at all. I'll just go.
Yeah, you
So-
can just sweep up all the hair that
Kitchen left?
shed and make a new bedding out of it.
Yeah, no, he can make that for himself so that he never forgets her, and then give
Oh,
his pet
wow.
mattress away.
Yay!
I'll never forget you, Kitra.
All right, Rigel, if you got a great idea, go for it.
Oh my god. So, I'm sure we have, if not extra bedding, then at least something that I can sleep in, so that I can give. So that I
Yeah,
can
well,
wash.
we did have quarters for Kitchen, so yes, we should.
Yeah. I mean, those probably needed to be washed if they weren't.
Well, remember the Kitren's quarters are now they were the quarters that you decided to give to Capa.
That's
And the
true.
reason why it smells of wet Wookiee is because Capa has been airing out this thing by like waving out all the air from this and pushing it into the rest of the ship.
So I'm just
Okay,
gonna
well, I mean-
steal those things, bring them to like the opening gate, take one of the power washers, and just
Like you're hosing down Capa in the
I'm
hallway?
no. Kappa can keep his bedding. I'm taking the bedding in his new room
Okay.
that used to be Kitren's. Taking that,
Okay.
hosing down Kitren's previous bedding. Kappa gets to keep the stuff that he vomited on. I'm gonna shuffle. I'm gonna push that back into Kitren's old room, and yeah, hose down the other bedding.
I see. All right. It's not going to be good enough. You're going to have to get all new bedding.
Oh yes, but this will at least tide me over for however long until they let me stop somewhere that I can get proper bedding.
You don't want to just. You don't want to nip out here, or oh no, you want something. You want something better.
Is there any bedding to be purchased here?
Here,
Takodana can provide.
nothing that would be
Yeah.
to your taste.
Yeah.
You could potentially find something that would do in the interim, but
I mean, I'm fine with doing that. I'm fine with just washing this, like whatever. But
Yeah,
yeah, otherwise
let's-
we're good to go.
Incredible. Yeah, let's. I promise, Fina, we'll get you something just as soon as we can. First stop on Corellia. Sound good?
And locks from my door so the guests don't make this happen again.
Yeah, that was a definite oversight. You see, Capa was very
Totally
overzealous.
fine. You know, lessons learned. We move forward.
Yeah. So as I, John, as I go to plot a course, I'd like to investigate to see whether or not I can maybe program the Redshift Runner to see if I can add like locks, digital locks to the doors, not mechanical ones, but like.
I mean, in general, yeah. The problem is that you're the captain of the ship, so you technically have access to all of them, to the whole ship. And Capa seems to have a certain amount of mechanical aptitude.
Good point.
So you could put in a lock. Whether it would stay, who knows?
That's a good point. Well, I'd still like to try it at least for peace of mind. Just try it.
Okay, fair enough.
And then I'm gonna set our course for Corellia.
Woohoo!
Wild. Yeah. Lot of coals.
All right. And what about everyone else?
Reading up on Corellia.
Yep.
It's a planet.
Mm-hmm.
Do you need more information
I don't
specifically
need you
about
to
Corellia?
state more information. It's more just so that Feena has some awareness of what it is, who's who, what's what. If she has any relatives that have been dealing with individuals on Coruscant, since there's not Coruscant, Corellia, since the
Wrong crosshair.
trade route goes through, that kind of stuff.
The autopilot does so much of the work, crosshair. Okay, just
Okay, you are now flying. You have made it into hyperspace. You are headed towards Corellia.
Hello? Hello?
Is this coming over comms?
Yeah. It's not like Capa experiencing more
I figured. I just wanted to
gastrointestinal
clarify.
distress. I assume that you're alone in the cockpit right now, but
I am. I'm getting ready to switch over. If I can output this signal to the whole ship, I'm getting ready to do that. I'm not yet. I'm just gonna lean in really close and say this will probably broadcast to the whole ship. Redshift? Is that you?
I like lean.
sorry, did you turn comms on and then start saying Redshift, is that you?
Yes.
Okay, so for the two of you, you hear this over the ship's communications. Redshift, is that you?
I like lean down the hall. Hi, Rigel.
What are you doing there, bud?
Tap on the speaker. Okay. How could the ship be transmitting a signal to me? Is the question. Can I?
It thinks you're cute.
Not what's the signal? That's not my question. It's
Hey.
hey.
You're cute.
John, I'd like to know if there's some way that I can. I'm not slicing or anything, but I'd like to know if there's some way I could, use computers to determine the source of this signal. It's obviously coming from within the
Sure,
ship somehow.
you can roll
I mean, it might
computers.
be
That's a
coming-
hard check, but you can roll it.
I'd like to try. I would like to try. This is ComCom. Also known as computers. Okay. Here we go.
Woohoo! Yeah.
Boring.
I mean, no advantage, no threat, no successes.
There's like double results on almost everything.
No,
Really
you can't
apathetic.
tell where it's coming from.
Damn it. You just lean out of the cockpit briefly or shout backwards down the hall. Sorry, folks. False alarm. Damn it.
You need to take a break.
I'm good. I say to myself.
You want maybe time for a nap or something?
Make you some tea.
I do like tea. Lean into the monitor a little bit more. Okay. Look, Redshift, I know that they're going to probably think that I'm a little crazy here, seeing as how there's a strange signal I can't identify, and I don't know what it is. But if you can understand what I'm saying, you told me the other day to keep each other safe. Is that right?
Are you two still listening in, by the
Very
way?
much
I
so.
mean, if he's, I'm at least hearing part of it, but we may have started to creep down the hall to like
Bum, 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 bum.
3 eyes, 2 let go. 5 eyes.
Five eyes are on the
Yeah.
No, one of them's just looking the other direction to make sure no one's
Yeah,
coming.
watching our back. And then, like, one of my lucky accidentally falls on top of your eye stalks.
It's like in the trash compactor. They're like,
In my culture, this means we're married now.
my
Shit.
favorite.
Oh, Melba's cute.
Could be worse. Could have been Rigel. Jeez, you know.
Oh no.
But specifically, are you like trying to listen in
Yes.
in the cockpit?
Not yet.
Yeah, I guess not. I'm just listening to what is happening over comms.
Okay.
Oh, that's disconcerting. John, if it's not a danger to us it being in hyperspace right now, I'd like to divert any.
Eject myself from the ship.
I'd like to. Ooh, I'd like to divert any extra power we may have to this system.
Divert all power to
Not
comms?
all power. Good lord, just like shut down.
Main
in space.
deflector.
No, if there's any
We don't need life support.
no any extra content.
I'm sure that what you consider not important is the heat, though, like the excess heat. That's okay.
No, like we can turn off the ice machine for like 5 minutes.
We have an ice machine.
Of course, how else are we gonna make
I mean,
Margaritas.
Space
How
drinks.
else are we gonna
look,
make
if
the
there's
parts?
anything better than house special, it's cold house special.
Exactly.
It's
A
been
house
the
slushy special.
Space fridge for a while.
God. Oh, I'm gonna run. What state is Capa in? I'm gonna go find Capa.
Comatose and wherever Feena shoved him.
In what used to be
Them, sorry.
yeah, Kitchen's room.
I'm gonna see if I can wake them up.
Hello.
Hello, Capa. How you doing? And like my face fills his vision. Their vision. Thank you.
Fast.
Yes. Very fast. Look, I have a job for us. How are you feeling?
Job?
Yeah, something to fix.
Sleep job.
Sleep's your job now.
Oh, good.
Okay, I'm gonna go fix this all on my own, Kappa. See you later. God, he's cute. And then damn it, I discreetly tuck them in
Hi.
case anyone's watching.
If I notice Rigel walking around looking like a man possessed,
Yes,
I'm going
Matt
to,
and Wild Eyes, yeah.
I'm going to sidle up to him
I'm creeping over
and
towards the cockpit.
link arms with him.
Great,
and just, like,
I'm pulling
continue
them
along.
towards the cockpit. Well, hey guys.
Ooh,
Hi,
hey.
diddle dee dee.
We're off to check the comm system. The wonderful comm system.
And save our friend's sanity.
An actor's life for me.
So, you guys are hearing this, right? Come on, let's go. I'm just like pulling them along.
We are here for you.
We are. And we are here with you.
So I'm not the galaxy's foremost expert on computer systems, comm systems, or starships, but that is not normal. Okay?
Did the wire maybe get crossed somewhere?
Yeah, that would be horrible if that was all this was. John, I wanna unscrew the grill or plate or whatever that's in front of the speaker that's in this room.
Okay.
I want to see if it is. That's a good suggestion, Feena. I want to see if it is indeed a loose connection. Actually, maybe I can adjust the connections from here. Without,
The comm system on the ship is working flawlessly, to your knowledge.
Okay.
Let me know if there's anything you need yanked.
Or ganked.
sounds like breathing, right? That sounds like breathing to everybody, you know?
Let's
I'm just gonna put the grill back in front.
meditate together, right? Just
Your seat loosens, so you find yourself like drifting towards the console.
Oh God. It's just like that trash compactor scene from that movie. No, I'll try to push myself away from. I'll try to push myself back away from the dash if I can resist the movement of it.
And he's slowly crushed,
God.
severed in half.
I don't know what you're trying to tell me, and I really want to know, because if you have something that you need to communicate to me or to, well, to anyone really, I guess, you should. I know, Lemira, it's horrible.
Come on.
No, it's
Oh, it's in. It's right in there.
don't worry about it.
It's deep inside.
It's caught on my Invisalign if anyone needs
Oh,
to know. It's like,
that's
it
awful.
doesn't matter, just don't worry about it.
Oh God.
Fuck. Horrible. Look.
It's the whole mood.
John, I'm not really sure what. I mean, there's lots to do, I suppose, in this sense, but I'm not really sure.
Does that sound a bit like home to you?
Home.
Maybe I'm just hearing things now.
I kind of go right up to the speaker. Home. Home safe.
You're home.
Yeah.
Capa said that this was home. I said this is Rigel's home. I said this is your home.
Yeah, you did, didn't you? Yeah, you did, didn't you? Fina,
I
did
don't
you?
sound like that though.
I don't sound like that.
No, but any amount of like electrical distortion or sound waves can do weird things when compressed or expanded. Look, I'm not an audio engineer. Or anything, but
Sound
just
pretty knowledgeable to me.
sound.
I mean, I apparently said something really generic like crosswires, and you said that was a good idea. So maybe I should just say more random things that come to mind.
It seems to be working, Fina. But my point is this: maybe you're right. Maybe this is. Maybe your words are somehow being
So
spoken back to us.
I will give you one thing to think about. You were at one point talking about diverting power to comms. But comms is working perfectly.
Right. So it would be, it would be sort of probably the processing, like the ship's computers, rather than its mechanical components. Its computers would have some sort of central processing unit, right, to handle all of the different inputs from the ship to control everything.
So reasonable guess.
Can I go and find it? Is it a little like little i7? Okay.
So you're
I-
diverting power more towards ship's like not necessarily the comms, but specifically the ship's computer itself.
Yeah, if I can.
And Fina's gone. All right. So you do that. And then you're going home.
Is Corellia your home, bud?
It's not. It's not where I grew up, anyway.
Where were you born?
Denon.
Oh, never mind. Where maybe the ship? Maybe the ship is from Corellia.
Yeah, that would make sense. Originally, I suppose.
So maybe the ship is saying that it's going home.
Okay. I guess that's true, Redshift. It's just we're not staying there, and we're not leaving you there either. I like brace myself a little bit.
Why?
What do you want to do there?
Safe.
Excuse me.
Stay safe.
Oh, you want to stay safe.
Oh.
We're not.
No. So
Why?
you think people are after you? I mean, that is
People probably
technically
are, to be
true,
honest.
but who do you not feel safe with us?
You missed the ship specifically saying stay safe.
Gotcha. Stay safe.
Fall silent.
Silent. Okay.
So ships don't talk. I just want to make that absolutely
Yep.
crystal clear. In the Star Wars universe, they do not have talking computers that are like the ship. They'll sometimes have droids who are on a ship. You know, R2 spoke to Luke while R2 was being the astromech droid in his X-wing, but
Do you think we're all just having a group hallucination?
I don't think so.
I pinch Melba.
Smack him
Oh,
across the face.
God. I go back, like, right over the chair.
Oh.
I mean, this is weird, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't want to say I feel vindicated.
Was something weird in the drinks?
So we're not off the hook yet, but
Very possibly. But I will also say we all know we've been feeling a bit of a presence from this place, right?
And you said you were hearing things before you had any of the drink. So,
That is what I said, yes.
probably not the drink.
I gotta go to the little girl's room.
Okay.
Okay, Melba.
Little Melba's room.
Little Melba's room. Human, Sheena, Melba.
Yeah.
All, yeah.
Oh god, they're all waiting outside.
I mean, species is just another arbitrary way to divide public washroom space than gender.
It's true, right?
I guess it would be based on required facilities. So let's, do that thing where you just assume that what you think is true is true.
Okay. What I think is true is that there is this ship's computer has developed, if not sentience, then some form of recognition of the outside world.
Hello, ship.
I guess it's like sentience.
There's no answer from the ship.
I press the comm button. Hello, ship.
It echoes throughout the rest of the ship. Hello, ship.
It's actually really cute.
Hello, Redshift Runner.
And in the interest of making sure that you don't spend the next 30 minutes on this, the ship will not talk to you again for the duration of this hyperspace jump.
Cool.
Understood.
Thank you.
So you can
We
claim that you
continue.
spend the next few hours trying to get another
Yeah.
response, but it will not.
I think it's pretty fair to assume that there's like a montage of us trying various like code words and like sweet nothings, and there's a montage of this, and
Every now and then we stop and we try.
yeah,
it
we
fades
try it all
out.
together. Yeah, exactly.
To imply that more time has passed.
Yep.
Yeah,
Classic.
not you guys. Oh boy, now Zesty needs the montage. So
What is this?
yeah, I don't know, Liz. I'm sorry.
Montage. A floof. That's what it is.
Oh god, you're enormous now compared to Max.
So the thing that I find interesting is that your cats genuinely wants to be in the same room as you.
No, they're not behaving like normal cats.
And I would say that this is probably the first time that I could see all 3 cats.
That was straight up my back. I was really not expecting that. Can I am already a ship's captain. Can I just be like a full pirate? I'll have like a little animal on my shoulder.
This is absurd.
Kid bird.
God damn it, Aragorn. Also, yes.
So what I just told the others, Elizabeth, is that try as they might for hours, whatever, the ship will not communicate again
Ah.
for the duration of this hyperspace jump. I just don't want you to
Rigel
spend the
does
next.
try for hours.
We
Yeah.
all.
Oh,
it's
sorry,
not just
right, yeah.
me.
Yeah, and every now and then after we give up, like focusing, we'll like randomly dash over to the cockpit with a new idea.
Well, I'm gonna, somewhat not defeated, but like, thinking. I think I'd like to gather the crew in the galley for a cup of tea.
All right,
Talk about it.
Capa will wake up for this.
Okay.
Hey, maybe there are other ways of getting messages to it that aren't just verbal.
Would you like
Yeah,
a
that's possible.
cup of tea?
Does Capa respond to this very obvious wordplay?
Hello.
I'll take that as a yes.
Yay! Hi, Capta. So you missed a little something. Just so that you know and you're not frightened by it. The ship, and I like motion generally, said something. That's really strange.
Ship talk?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but actually, it's not just him hearing it.
It's possible.
So the heat of the tea.
Mm-hmm.
Capa pulls their hand down into the tea and just starts rubbing it over their hands. So now their hands are steaming hot. And then Capa just pounds on the wall next to them, just smacking it. Ship! Ship!
I'm gonna grab Kappa's steaming hot hand to try to stop them. I don't think.
Why
we should
stop?
be- Well,
Fix
it just
ship.
doesn't- Yeah, but it doesn't seem very
Ship isn't
nice.
broken. Ship's just being
Nice?
conversational.
Nice to have good ship.
Ship is
I know,
good.
Kappa. Look. I've spent a long time building things, same as you, and I know that when you build something, you know it inside and out. And there's something I don't know about this ship right now, so I just don't want us to break it. Did you get that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No want Capa help.
No, Kappa. It's not like that. I just want to make sure that we don't break everything.
Boundary established.
Kappa.
Capa, of course we value your input. You're such a worthwhile crew member.
I'd like to release Kappa's hand and then try to gently take them if they'll let me. Their hands.
Their hands are still quite warm.
I'm sorry, Capa. I am. Do you forgive us? Me? Not us. Just me.
Just you.
Heart too big for anger.
Oh.
Welcome inside.
I take this as an initiation of a hug, and I go in for one, but I'm not sure if that's what
So
they
the
meant.
thing is, Kappa's arms aren't long enough to wrap around you in a hug, so it's more like as if Capa collided with you cartoon style and just went like, "Puh."
Oh, Capa.
What have you done?
Kappa's species is indeterminate.
Excellent.
Yes, vaguely like an anthropomorphic rat. Big, long snout, whiskers.
Capa, I got a question for you.
Hello.
Hello. Do you like adventure? Or is it just, not just, but is it fixing things that really gets you?
Kappa fix.
Yes. Capa fix. I got it.
Kappa fix here. And just lays a hand on your chest.
How is Capa gonna fix here?
Sorry.
Melba, are you okay? Melba?
Ship meeting.
Okay. Didn't know my heart needed fixing, but Capa, if anyone can do it, I like give my companions a like, right, you know.
Right.
As long
That
as it
Rigel is
doesn't
very
involve
broken and
open
only you
heart
can help him,
surgery.
Capa.
I didn't say that necessarily.
Anyway. Kappa then settles down and starts drinking the rest of their tea, despite the fact that, of course, they jammed their hand in it. So now it's sort of like hand tea.
Mmm.
Yeah, special.
Delicious.
Kappa's specialty.
Specialty?
Eh,
Yeah. It was already there.
I see what you did
so-
there.
Well, I'll just before we get to Corellia, because I want to know what the plan is there, I just want to let everybody know I'm not sure what's going on yet. It may just be hidden audio recordings from a previous owner or something, or it might be something else, something we haven't encountered before, and I just want people to be prepared for that. That's it.
Max cannot be contained.
No. Well, he ate, so now he's got the zoomies.
I have to ask. I have to break for a second to ask. How's the relationship between how is the relationship between Max and the other cats
Suicided there.
at this
Just
point?
kill me.
it's actually been going pretty well.
Crosshair.
Ella and Max have been getting along surprisingly well. They both enjoy taking naps, so
Good
they
hobby.
often are found next to each other. They also both like sleeping on people's laps. Ripley is more of a loner
A
kitty,
wuss.
but sometimes
is.
she and Max play together. It's cute. Now Max has been banished outside the office.
Bingo!
Bingo.
Oh my god!
No. 1 of 5.
One
Do-
of 5.
Do you
Perfect.
have anything else that you need to accomplish before you make it to Corellia?
Just understand what our game plan is once we get there.
Well, then that's what you need to talk about.
Yes. How are we gonna find this Angus? What do you know about this Angus?
I know that he sells ships, talks them up to be better than they actually are. So we just need to find where a bunch of ships are.
Pretend to be in the market for a ship.
Exactly.
Uh-huh. It's a good idea.
Pretend to be maybe a little broke and trying to get a good deal since he's over talking crappy ships.
Yep. Love
If
it.
he's- If he's selling bad ships, do you think he's overpricing them or undercutting them to get to get ahead of the competition?
Yeah, both good. Both good.
Right. So we show up, pretend to be interested in buying a ship,
Sorry.
Weirdo.
pretend to be interested in buying a ship, and we get him.
No, but I think we need a bit more than we get him.
He's a human. He's not a Wookiee. So, in theory,
Your binders will work on him.
this should be better.
So, have we considered the possibility that if he's selling ships, it may not just be a one kind of guy operation? Might be like a little ring, little ship
It might be.
ring,
We need to get him alone then.
right? Get him
Take him
alone.
away.
Have him show us the thing that he wants to move, right?
Right. Yes.
Right, well,
Okay.
Rigel, you actually know things about ships, so you're going to have to be involved as the person who wants to buy a ship.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to be
yes.
involved. It's true. Yeah. Well, look. I
With
mean,
your
you know,
consent, of course, you could just crash course us on how to sound smart about ships, but
I am very happy to do that, but I'm also very happy to
Come along.
explain to our friends Seville here that I have a pretty nice modified YT 1300, but it's not really doing it for me anymore, seeing as I'm now into.
So, as you say that,
Yeah. Go.
the lights in this room flicker, and you distinctly feel it drop by a few degrees.
Ah,
so we're lying about this situation in order to make him think that we're going to buy a ship.
yes,
I
right.
say,
I'm
like, looking around at the
pretending
walls.
that we're in a market for a new ship, but we would never really want to get rid of this one, which is
Yeah.
so incredible anyway. And that's not even sarcastic.
No,
Why am I sounding sarcastic?
because you're trying to, like, really say what you're trying to say.
Right. I never do that.
Never.
It's true.
I swear I just go to shipyards to look at other ships, then I come back to appreciate you.
That's horrible. And yet, here
But
we
if
are.
your job was to look at ships, then that would be completely normal to do. And this is effectively Rigel's
What
job.
we're doing. That's true. That's what we're
So-
going to be doing. It's so funny, you know. Tinian just one day hands over the keys, so to speak, access codes, right? And Tinian's like, "Oh, hey, just take care of her for me for a while. I gotta go underground for a bit, you know." And that's it. And then just
You think that he knew about all this stuff?
Could you... I guess he went underground so you can't reach out to him. Huh.
yeah, I don't know where they are now, and
Any reason to believe that Tinian's responsible for our current, interesting communiques?
I don't have any reason to believe it. No, but I mean, Tinian's a bit of a loose cannon, if you know what I mean. Like, I know I'm a pretty middle of the road kind of smuggler type, but Tinian's like a rock star in the. Is a rock star a thing in Star Wars? No. Oh, insert cool alien sounding name for rock star here. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just like one of those, baboon players on whatever.
Yep.
Anyway, okay, this is terrible.
Great. So, anyway, plan. We are pretending to want a ship. Pretending to maybe want to sell a ship.
That's right.
Trade up in big quotation marks.
Yeah.
Then what? I want to look at Melba.
Then, once we've gotten him a little away from his crew, we slap some binders on him like we did with the other one. And set blasters to stun and take him away.
Maybe he'll come with us willingly.
Tell him, oh, come check out our ship. How much do you think we could get for it?
Oh, that's good.
Oh, there's this weird thing with the comms that's been happening. Come, listen. Friendly, friendly, smile, smile. Slam the door closed. Slap the binders on.
Yeah, I think it's a good. No, I like the plan, Feena. I'm.
Because I don't know whether he's going to be as easy to woo as our last.
Oh, Feena, you could woo anybody.
Could I?
Oh, is that to you?
Angie Rigel? Oh, Rigel just said not me.
Well, Rigel,
Aren't you a little tall for a?
is that a challenge?
Is this a challenge?
Oh my God.
Hooray!
I don't think it's a challenge. I don't know if I intended it to be a challenge. What's happening? Wookie.
Anything else that I should know about before we?
No, we're just making our plan of how to scheme this person. We
It's a
don't
perfect
really
plan.
have a plan, so let's go.
No. It's pretty good.
Go.
Sorry, just making sure that this is marked down.
So we're gonna dock somewhere. I'm gonna cough somewhere.
So, Corellia is a pretty happening planet. It is not. It's not really the kind of like. It's not really like Coruscant in that it's not like a massive. The entire planet is one single metropolis kind of thing. But there are shipyards all over. In orbit around the planet, and also just not necessarily in orbit, but like you can see that there are shipyards all over the planet itself. There are constantly ships coming and going, delivering stuff. So you find a place to be able to dock, but the ship's difficult to control at the moment. It seems to be like your controls are shuddering as it heads down, and like the landing is a bit too tentative. Like it just won't touch down the way that you want it to, and then it heads down, or at least what a standard pilot would want. I don't know how Rigel would want to land ships.
Any landing that doesn't end in a crash
Pancake.
is a good landing.
Everything okay?
Yeah, we're good. We just gotta make sure that we don't let anything happen to the Redshift Runner while we're here. Yeah.
Yeah, not until we can find this buyer that we're looking for.
Right,
Screw the
exactly.
buyer. This is a planet where you would be able to find many luxury goods.
Yeah.
Luxury goods.
Yeah.
Luxury blanket.
Yeah.
Well, hey, look, we do need, we need some supplies, and we need your bedding, right, Fina? Why don't
Yeah.
we take the opportunity to ask around a little bit, see if anybody knows where we can get a good deal.
Yeah, all right, I'll meet you back here. Bye.
Oh,
Tea time. Oh, bye.
Wait, go off to find some shopping.
Okay, so Fina's off to shop.
great.
The first shop that you encounter that's selling what you're looking for, there is a very sour-faced looking man behind the desk. What do you want?
What type of goods seem to be in the store?
Nothing you'd be interested in.
Perhaps I have had a rough space journey of a long distance and not be able to acquire quality goods such as yours.
I'm not convinced you would know quality if you wanted it.
Negging isn't very kind.
That's how we became wanted on Corellia.
I'm sorry.
Implying someone is unable or unfit just in order to get them to pay more attention. It's not very nice. Do you really need to stoop to such levels if your goods are so good?
Roll me your charm. Get a boost die for that. For the
Yes.
two of you,
I want to know if Capa wants to leave the ship.
no.
If Capa feels comfortable.
Hell
coming
no.
with us. No.
Average difficulty?
Yes.
I am going to.
Damn.
5 successes, 2 advantages.
Holy shit.
For those
Still.
listening back.
Absolute fill.
So 5 successes and 2 advantage. How would you like your advantage to play out for you?
I would like to Either get a discount so that I can just buy more things for the same amount of money I was planning on spending, or maybe get some information on where to buy ships or trade ships.
Well, where to buy or
Whichever.
trade ships is the planet. It's
Okay,
all over.
there's no
But
specific description. Okay.
he's so embarrassed because clearly you know what you're talking about that he starts bringing out the really good shit.
Yeah.
We're talking bedding that has been handcrafted by creatures who create silk and yet are sentient enough to manufacture their own bedding. It is enormously expensive. We're talking 3,500 credits.
That might be like 50 credits over my budget. Can I talk him down by 50 credits?
You know what? Sure, yes.
Is that
Right
our
out of-
cumulative money, Kate?
That's my cut. You all got a third of all the stuff that we stole off the huts.
Did we ever actually calculate how much that was?
Yeah, I have our bank in my character sheet.
I'm entirely uninterested in dealing with your
Yeah.
current state of finances.
Yeah.
So we'll deal with that a little later. But
Okay.
it shows just how bad I am at resource tracking, where I'm like,
could
ugh.
he also have some nice silk robes that I can buy?
He'll throw in the silk robes.
Sweet.
Do you want traveling robes, or is this strictly lingerie?
Not lingerie, but
Well, technically, sleep robes are lingerie. It doesn't matter
yeah.
how sexy they
No,
are.
it's for if she has like a fancy event.
Then yeah. It'll take a while to tailor it to your exact measurements. So he starts really like kind of going over every little detail. But while that's happening, what about the two of you?
Well, I'd like to suggest that Melba and I mean, obviously there's, as we've kind of ascertained, there's tons of places to purchase or deal in starships or speeders. I'd like to see what I can do to hunt down a relatively disreputable one.
You're on Corellia.
And,
Half the people here are disreputable.
Okay, great. So that shouldn't be hard then.
It's not as bad as some planets where everyone's disreputable, but definitely there are, like, remember, Han Solo is Corellian.
Right. Okay, well, I guess then I definitely don't want to get caught up in any, like, mob activity. What we're looking for is information about Angus Seville. And I would like
yeah, of course. Do you just need to know where to find him, or?
Yeah, just need to know where to find him.
Oh, you're gonna find him on the shipyards that are, and gives you directions very relatively close by, within walking distance, really, but points to like the nicest looking building in this particular area.
Oh,
Really? Sorry, not that I don't believe you. Just our contact had led us to believe that Angus liked to work, more with the people, by the people, for the people. Do you know what I mean?
He's one of the biggest sellers that we have on the entire planet.
Right? Guess my source was just trying to play it off as a bit of a joke then.
Ha. Ha ha.
Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
off we go. Come on, bud.
Yeah. As we're bumping down the street, as we're like, muscling our way down the street a little bit.
This just got a little more complicated.
Exactly. This is what I'm talking about.
Of course it did, because I just can't have a simple bounty of somebody just standing by themselves off in the middle of nowhere who needs to be picked up.
Those people don't generally need help being picked up.
There's a droid who's waiting outside the building that you were directed to, and very pleasantly looks up with just the ultimate precision. And may I ask who is visiting?
Yes, my name is Rigel Mereen, Captain, of course, Captain Rigel Mereen. We're looking to speak to Mr. Seville about a possible upgrade for our ship.
Do you have an appointment?
Well, not per se, but he comes very highly recommended.
Then we will provide you with refreshment. And then you see the doors open and you're swept inside. This is a lobby where there are several waterfalls that are cascading down into a massive fountain. And the fountain is made to look so that, like, if you look into the water, underneath it is a field of stars, and you can see that there's models of various different starships that are floating above the water. There's just there's serene music being played by a lone organist who is sitting off to the side, and with her 4 hands, she's playing a marvelous tune and accompanying herself. And immediately there's drinks whisked towards you, and tiny little cucumber sandwiches. And
This guy knows his business.
I will inform Mr. Seville of your arrival.
Thank you so much. It's much
Just do it.
appreciated.
And the droid walks away. In the meantime, you are presented with warm towels and a tiny little container of nuts.
Melba's eating him like straight into it.
Oh yeah.
So, I keep my voice relatively low when I'm speaking to Melba in here, just like we're conversing casually, but I'm just keeping my voice low.
Yeah.
Hello. So, Melba,
Yeah.
you don't think that maybe this is going to be it's going to be a bit trickier to get him out of here, out of all this comfort, right?
Of course it is.
Captain!
Mr. Seville, and I like put my jacket on a little tighter, try to like shine it
Just
up a little
this elegant man strides forward, wearing what seems to be a modified flight jacket, which extends down low like robes. His just white on his dark skin. He's got his hair slicked back, and his bright eyes very friendly and welcoming. You can see that he's got tiny little crow's feet around, probably too many times that he's smiled in his life so far, and just walks right forward towards the, well, to you specifically, seizing your hands and grasping them, not like a big power handshake, but like a kind of a warm hello, and who is this enchanting creature that we have here?
Hello, I'm Melba.
Melba.
Yeah.
Would you care to come to my office?
Would love to. Absolutely.
Excellent. I'm so happy that you're here. And you get taken to an office which is just up a small flight of stairs, so you can see out over the lobby on one side, and on the other side you see out over a shipyard where there's a brand new frigate that's being constructed. And he stands and he points out a few things about the construction of it that are very minor, but it's clear that he takes great pride in the work that's going into the ship. I trust that you have everything that you need. I can get you more potent potables if you'd prefer.
No.
This is delicious.
Not for us.
Thank you,
so much.
Mr. Seville.
Mr. Seville, I have to say I'm incredibly impressed by this operation. Once you've seen a couple of junkyards, you start to expect that everything looks like one.
We take great pride in our ability to take the old and recycle them into the new. However, of course, you've noticed that this is our flagship that we're building right now. We are going to spare no expense. What sort of captain did you say that you were?
Oh, I take on mostly transport. Nothing terribly exciting. It's not a life of adventure for me. It's just a steady paycheck, you know. Actually, recently I've been transporting Miss Melba here around the galaxy to all sorts of family members, destinations. You know.
There's a quiet nobility in being the forager and the explorer.
It's very, very,
Very, very true.
true, Mr.
Very.
Seville. I'm just so impressed with all of this. Look, I don't want to rush you into any business or anything of that nature. I just have to know your new flagship. This
Well,
is
yes.
this is a creation all your own then.
We've had a request for a new type of frigate to be developed for use by the Galactic Empire, and we are doing our best to meet their quota and meet their bill.
Well, you know, I can't say. I just can't say enough how impressed I am with the work that seems to be going on here. I'd love to get a closer look at some of the technical specifications, but perhaps those are trade secrets, so I won't ask.
And you, Melba, you've been traveling for quite some time with this captain.
That's right. Yep. Several, many months now.
Well, what can I do for you?
Well, we certainly won't be asking you to build any new state-of-the-art equipment for us, so you don't have to worry on that front. I think you've got your hands full already.
That's right. Yeah.
I, like many people that I'm sure you know as well, I pilot a modified YT-1300 light freighter. It's been holding together pretty well. It's seen more than a few rough patches, disagreements, you understand. And we're just... Melba here was saying that she felt it would be nice for us to maybe look for something a little snazzier.
You're looking for an upgrade.
Yeah.
That's it, exactly. I'm
Well,
wondering...
we can obviously see what we can do to accommodate that. And he starts pulling out data crystals and showing different holograms of other ships that are available. Excitedly going over the details of each one, pointing out where each one has, this one's got, and then specifically mentions that there are certain luxury items that could potentially be useful, such as more expanded crew quarters and built-in saunas, and is basically showing you pleasure yachts.
Right.
Good, you left Feena on a different quest.
Fina's like, can I come in? Can I
Okay, but
bunk
actually,
with
can we
you?"
switch ships?
Actually, this does seem like quite
Leave
the
Capa
upgrade.
behind.
We may have to discuss a few. We may have to discuss whether there's perhaps a more moderate point in between these. I won't demean you to assume that I can bargain for any of these incredible craft that you seem to be offering.
You can't
here.
bargain. I can.
And you obviously were brought along to be the brains of the operation.
That's right. So I hope you don't mind me saying, sir, I first heard your name mentioned actually quite a ways from here.
Oh,
On Takodana, in fact.
Takodana. I'm not familiar.
I was at a cantina there, and I overheard your name. Somebody mentioned that they had just procured some kind of big order from you. Spoke very highly of you. So we said, hey, we're looking for an upgrade. Better go see the man himself.
I'm afraid I've never been.
It's a beautiful place. You really should
Yeah.
try it when
Very
you
lu-
can
very
get away.
lush.
Yeah, it is very lush.
Lush. All right.
John, does he seem to be? He doesn't seem to be hiding anything, does he?
Define hiding. Like, is he trying to hide information from you? Is he cheating on his husband? What are you asking here?
Yes, I'd like to use my exalted levels of No, I just wonder if at the mention of Melba saying, "Oh, we overheard your name about a big deal you did lately," whether that seems
Okay, you want to see
so.
if that triggered something. I get it. Let's have your perception. Your difficulty is going to be 2 challenge dice, 2 difficulty dice.
Okay, well, I'm rolling it.
Am I assisting in any way?
Sure, yeah, you can get a boost die from Melba's
Despair.
assist.
Despair. Okay, here we go. Oh.
Well, you know.
So 2 successes, but 4 threat.
Mm-hmm. Not a threat.
So you can tell that he has absolutely heard of this planet before, that it is, that while he's very polished, this is definitely something that's raising a red flag for him. And then you get the distinct impression that he has realized that you are not interested in purchasing a ship at all.
Shit.
Perhaps maybe we aren't the best ship provider for you.
Well, I don't understand. Why not? You seem to be the premier transportation service on this planet.
Now, Rigel, maybe we're
Manufacturing.
looking for something else. This was the first meeting we took. Maybe we need to ask around a little bit more.
But the waterfalls.
I know.
Are you certain that there's nothing else that I can do to assist?
I'm gonna see if I can poke Rigel
Melba?
under the table, like poke her in the leg.
Quiet.
Do I get a sense of what this poke is for?
I'm prodding you to like answer that question.
Well,
Sorry.
You know, the really annoying thing is those dings that you heard was Twitch saying, "You've paid for your subscription."
Oh, hooray!
Screwing my own stream up, Twitch. Way to go.
Thanks, bud.
well, to be perfectly frank with you, Mr. Seville, there is somebody on Takodana who's not too happy with you. Somebody by the name of Minerva. Does that ring a bell?
He stands up.
Hey, I don't want any trouble.
No, nobody ever does.
I'm just gonna try to slap the binders on him again because Melba still doesn't know how to do this. So she's just gonna try to like.
Okay, I'll let you try that. That's a brawl.
Okay, great. Oh, you sad. What's the difficulty?
2. Not even a challenge.
Ooh.
I mean, it's not great.
What? It's not bad.
A success would have been better.
So an advantage and a triumph. So you do not get the binders on him.
Okay.
However, do you have a specific thing that you'd like? Oh, by all means.
I would like him to try to negotiate with us.
So that he's not going to flee.
Yeah.
All right. With a triumph, that's fine. So he takes a step back as you try to slap the binders, and he goes, just hold on. All right, I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, great. So you're coming with us?
Not just yet. Can we talk this out for a second? Who are you really working for?
I was hired by Minerva to procure the money that you owe her for selling her some faulty ships.
There is no money.
What do you mean?
The money is gone. The money is spent.
Well,
I cannot
you
give
need
you
to
what I
get-
do not have.
You need to unspend it so that I can bring it back to her.
Impossible. You'll just simply have to kill me.
That's it? You're not gonna counter offer, you're not gonna look at this office, and I like gesture around. You're plush and flush
The company
and lush.
The company is plush and flush and lush.
But you're not hurting for what?
It
How
is
much of an, how big
indeed
of an order could you
unfortunate
possibly-
that this is how it ends, with nothing more than a moment of pure terror and a light filling my eyes as your blaster rends me apart.
No, that's not gonna happen, because if you can't pay, then I am at least bringing you back alive. to
I
Takodana,
understand,
and she can punish you herself.
but you must understand. I will not go to Minerva, and so therefore I do not wish to make your job any harder than it already is. So you may take my life. You may rip what little I have in this body away from me. You may take my blood so that you may eat.
Cut the crap, man. What are you playing at right now? You don't actually want us to kill you.
No,
So give me a better offer.
I have none.
Yes, you do.
All your liquidity is tied up in building this new frigate.
It isn't my frigate, it's the company's frigate. I am
Right.
just a man.
Aren't you the face of this company?
You'd be surprised what that's worth. Could I have one of you roll your perception?
I
Yes.
think your perception might be better.
We're
than
the
mine.
same, I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
really?
And you'll get 2 boost dice for your interrogation thus far, and 1 setback die for your general confusion.
That sounds about right. Do you want to roll anyway, or
Are
I don't
you
have-
No, go for it,
certain
okay.
that you don't want it monogrammed?
Oh, I'm certain that would just be a little bit more than I should indulge in for one day.
You may go about your business and just make sure to pick it up before you leave. It will be ready in 1 week.
Week.
Yes. Now, thank you so much. I appreciate the payment in advance.
No.
So much,
Get out the
baby.
door with you.
No. I'm gonna like hold on to his wrist.
Oh,
Day.
Well, that's a possibility, but it may cost you a little extra.
Really? With all that I've already purchased from you?
Roll me your charm again.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't put any difficulty, so ignore this roll. Sorry. Difficulty?
2.
I want to ignore that roll.
Yeah, I know, right? 2 successes.
okay,
I don't need
alright.
the advantage, but
He's having a good day.
It will have to be tomorrow.
hopefully that will be fun.
I'm sure it will be. Now, out you go. Out, 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 out.
Your name, good sir.
Fuck you.
Sorry, he gives me a name. It's fine. I just want some accountability. Sorry. No, I don't need an NPC name. I just feel a little bit like he's hustling me out, and I don't like it. Do I have any of the stuff, the bedding and stuff?
Oh, yeah. He
Great.
gives you the bedding and stuff. It's just the robe.
I'm gonna toddle on back to
And-
the ship.
Sorry, I didn't actually check to see your successes here.
I got 0 successes,
But 5 advantage. How would you
5
like to spend your advantage?
That's a lot of advantage to spend.
is.
Because it's on a perception check, I feel like maybe Rigel is trying to take note of any ways out of this office that might not be out the door they came in.
There are
could
any number of exits. You now are aware of all of them.
Okay. That sounds pretty good.
Specifically, you can exit via the shipyard. You can exit. There are 3 exits from the lobby. One that goes out the way that you came in. However, there is another one which leads out to a transport that is designed to like ferry executives from other areas in the shipyard. And then there's one that leads out literally to what is essentially like the back door.
Okay.
I like to take out my blaster and point it at his head.
Yes.
All right, you win. I'll take your life.
Melba.
And I'd like to fire with it on stun setting.
Okay, you just zap him to bits. He just and he falls over.
Is he still alive?
Oh yeah. He's
good.
just stunned, but like he's he was essentially just like, I'm ready. And you're just like, zap.
And now I'd like to put the binders on him.
That works. There you go.
Excellent.
It's probably scared half to death.
Okay. He didn't seem scared. He was hiding something. Now we gotta check his desk.
Okay.
I need that money or I'm not getting paid as much.
So you're going to do a quick check of his finances, are you?
That's right.
All right. I think actually this is going to be a skullduggery.
Oh, thank God. I have a rank in skullduggery for some reason. Okay. Diff?
We're going to say that the difficulty is only 2, but I'm going to give you a setback die because you're kind of racing against the clock here.
Fair.
Can I ask about doing something else at the same time?
Of course you may.
I will ask, and then we'll see if it maybe happens afterwards. I'd like to see if he has a data pad on him, whether I can like slice into it and access his personal banking information.
Sure, that's a computer's roll. That's also going to be a hard difficulty action.
Okay, and with the setback die as well from time, or
No, you're because you can just take the data pad with you.
that's true.
They're
That's
small and
true.
portable.
Which I will, but I'm gonna, yeah. Okay, I will. Okay, so Melba's rolled, and Rigel's rolled too.
So Melba, you rolled a success, a triumph, but also 3 threat. And Rigel, you rolled 2 successes, a triumph, and a threat. Okay. So, may I ask, first of all, for Melba, how would you like to spend your triumph?
I basically want to spend it to find something that will allow me to hide this body. So like I'm searching the desk and I'm hoping that my success allows me to find what I'm looking for in the desk, but my triumph, I'd like to find like a garment bag type thing.
There
or
is
like
a
sack.
repulsor lift with a case that's designed to hold hyperdrive parts. It's set out to be sort of like, you know how like sometimes if you have like a shipbuilder, they'll put like an old-timey like ship axe or whatever on. Like, this is the equivalent. You could just take the stuff out and put him in the repulsor lift, and that would be able to sneak him out.
I'm going to do that 100%.
Okay. However, you did accumulate 3 threat, which means that you then hear a beep on the desk, and it's very specifically you hear, Mr. Seville, your next appointment is ready in 2 minutes.
Go.
Rigel.
Yep.
With your 2 successes, and how would you like to spend your triumph?
Look, I have a couple of thoughts. Yeah, no, I'm kidding. I'm wondering if he's stored any sensitive information about this new, frigate's designs on his data pad that I can access and potentially sell out from under the noses of the Empire.
Yes. All right, very well. You won't have time to, of course, read into all the schematics while you're in this office, but you make a copy of the schematics of the frigate, and it is now on your own personal data pad.
All right, which is going to be bad if someone grabs that, but we'll try to avoid that.
You also managed to find personal banking information, and you see that there's a transit number. He has recently made several very large credit transfers to an account that's off-world.
Okay. What is it?
Shock.
Is there any way for me to know where off-world it is? I mean, I have the transit number, I guess, so I could use that.
Well, the transit number is not going to tell you which world it is. But you have enough information now at some point that you can start doing some sleuthing to figure out where the money was sent. You can't get that answer right away.
Totally cool. I'm going to hold on to that.
But you have that information.
I would like to use my disguise kit to put like a hat on myself and like a custodian type jacket.
So you mean
like-
that you have a disguise kit, which is essentially a hat and clothes?
The disguise kit is a garment bag, yes.
Do you mean like a helmet, like enough to make you look like you're like an officious little like
Yes.
worker? Okay.
Yes.
Like
Does it
so, in
crush
other
all
words,
your
the
eyes?
equivalent of a clipboard.
Exactly.
Does it crush all your eye stops?
Yes. I'm so uncomfortable.
You're like, pot up.
Okay.
You're like, go down here. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
You've got a hold of those now. So you've unceremoniously dumped out the hyperspace parts, I guess? Or are you like very carefully moving them?
They're not dangerous or anything. I think time is
No,
of
they're
the
not.
essence.
They're
so I'm-
mostly display pieces. They're not even functional. Like they're purely ornamental.
Personally, I'm aiming to just no. We don't have time, so yes, we're just dumping them out so we can
Right.
get him into the case.
And then your threat is going to trigger. You hear
Get under the desk.
Okay, getting under the desk. I'm gonna roll under the desk and try to conceal myself there.
I love just the idea that unnecessarily extra you drop and do a roll, like a dive roll under the desk.
That actually sounds about right. Yeah, I'm not unathletic. I'm gonna try it. Yoink!
I putter over to the door. Open it.
Standing outside is a like stunningly officious looking woman. She's dressed in what looks to be like a lab coat that has been tailored and perfectly like coiffed. She herself is holding a data pad, has little tiny spectacles that blink on the outside, so clearly they're feeding additional information to her that are perched just on the edge of her nose. Her hair wrapped up in a very, very tight bun. And she looks down and looks up.
I'm just making a delivery.
Oh, is Mr. Seville not here?
I heard that he'd stepped out for just a few minutes, but he was going to be back because he has a very important meeting in a few.
I shall wait.
Very well. Should I ask them to bring you some refreshments or anything?
No.
Okay, great.
And she enters the office and stands now next to the desk where Rigel is underneath.
He's very particular. He doesn't like anyone waiting in his office when he isn't around. Could I just ask you to take a seat in the waiting lounge out here? It's much appreciated.
Okay, I'm gonna have you roll your deception.
It's good.
You have the disguise kit though, so I'm gonna give you a boost die for it.
Oh boy.
But your difficulty is going to be 3 challenge dice.
Oh, good God.
Those are the fun ones.
I have spent
Oh,
a dark
Jesus.
side point in order to make that happen.
Oh, I should have spent a light. Fuck. Anyway.
So
Well.
2 failures, but an advantage. I've always been allowed to wait in his office before.
Oh, sorry. I'm new. I don't know.
Just the expression. I just imagine like a grand making that.
With like smooshed eyeballs. Yeah, that's good.
She sighs irritably though, and so while she doesn't leave the office, she does start thumbing through on her data pad. So she is momentarily distracted.
If she is momentarily distracted, can I have? Yeah, well, I see. I like that, but I imagine the thing's already closed. Okay, as a thought, could I have one of the hyperdrive like display pieces with me that we had dumped out unceremoniously?
What do you mean? with you?
Just-
What is your intention?
I'm going to toss it so that it lands behind her, so that she turns around to buy me an additional second to.
You're gonna toss a
run.
rock to distract her.
Okay, so you can just reach out and grab one.
Okay.
You don't need to have held on to it, but yeah, okay, all right. So funnily enough, this is going to be a stealth check.
Okay.
Because she was distracted earlier, I will give you a boost die for this.
And then
The
otherwise-
difficulty is going to be 1 challenge, 1 normal difficulty
Okay.
die.
This is better than my original thought, which was to pretend to have been beaten up
Did you
by
make the roll?
Angus. That was my initial
Oh
impulse.
yeah, that
I
was
like,
his 1 o'clock meeting.
let's roll.
Hey!
5
Holy
successes
shit.
and a threat. So
Well done.
she turns around and goes, "What is?" And she bends over, picks it up, and then she sees that a run has developed in one of her stockings, and she tisks her leg and starts and now she's flustered because now her perfect outfit has been completely thrown off by this, and she's just trying to see it. Can I shift the stockings over so that it's not seen? And then
I have a request for that, John.
yeah.
While she's all flustered, could I have something that is like clear nail polish? I don't know what the equivalent would be in Star Wars. Some.
if you
shit like
spend a destiny point, I will let you have that.
Yes, I will.
I will take this opportunity to out of the room.
Okay.
But I'll let this happen.
Forgive my forwardness, ma'am, but here you go. This
You are an
fixes the-
absolute lifesaver.
My
and
pleasure.
She
Have a
starts-
nice meeting.
Of course. And she starts fixing up her stocking as you leave with the repulsor lift.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I assume they sound like that.
All right. Well, you are now beetling out of his office, pushing a comatose starship magnate.
He is.
That's this is pod racing.
Are you just walking out the door?
Yes.
Fina, as you are now outside carrying your wares, you can see.
Tina's always seeing Melba and Rigel with a body coming towards
Well, you
her.
don't know that you're.
Oh.
Who knows if it's a body or not?
She doesn't know yet.
Oh, good. You can carry this. And I will flip this on top of the repulsor lift.
So you flip it on top of the repulsor lift, and you hear from the inside.
Oh, good. So we can head straight back to the ship, huh?
You didn't need to. You didn't need to stay here at all, eh?
Yes, I do.
Oh
One night.
no.
One night.
No.
Do you have any credits to lend me so that I can expedite the process?
Oh, there's only so fast that somebody can tailor a thing.
Well, okay. Here's the upside. They don't know what kind of. Well, they know what kind of ship I have, but they don't know what it's called or where it would be docked. They don't know anything about it.
Exactly.
They
We
just know
just
my name
hang out
and
for-
Melba's.
Yeah,
Actually, nobody knows my name except him.
perfect. Anyway, I'm trying to hustle them back towards the ship.
The butt
you
weavers
know-
are my men at work cover band.
Very good.
Fina, there's no heat on you right now. Would you rather we run him back to Takodana and then run back for you?
like at least a
Just
week.
Zip back and forth.
It's absolutely
just
not a
real,
thing.
Real fast.
It's just not
If
a
you
thing.
want to front me some cash.
How much cash?
Are you having this conversation while you're pushing
Yeah.
this lift?
Oh yeah, we're hustling back there.
Absolute ridiculousness.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take my disguise kit off.
I think I'd prefer to go with you, unless things get very heated.
It's me. Don't worry.
Oh, good.
know.
I
Friend
assumed it
Melba.
was you, but, I recognize your gait.
So I don't know if you have this particular habit. I do. When I've made a major purchase and it's supposed to be at this time, I want it at this time.
Mm-hmm.
If it shows up a day late, in the grand scheme of things, one day, not that big a deal. But I bought it,
Mm-hmm.
and I want it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you even so much as consider not having this, thank you, weirdness. If you so much as consider not allowing this to go through, I will start loading strain on you.
Oh, yeah, no. I'm saying this to appease them.
Oh, okay.
No, I would. Look, we will discuss whether or not I stay on the planet at such time as we would possibly have to leave before my product is ready. My purchase is ready.
So you make it back onto the ship.
We do. We've
Having,
got-
incidentally, you are now not only guilty of, zapping this guy, but you also stole a repulsor lift. And
True.
this woman is now waiting in this office for an indeterminate period of time.
Correct.
And the last person to see him alive, Captain Rigel Mereen.
That's okay. It means no one will be there to notice the running you're stalking.
It's true. Hey, if they've asked me, I'm just gonna say I didn't see him. I don't know what happened. I didn't,
Yeah, he wasn't there. I
He
left.
came to greet me in the lobby, so I don't know.
Because she didn't see you, so yeah. If you can just say, no, he wasn't there, so I left.
He's still probably going to be out for a little while longer.
Good.
I still think as much as possible we're gonna move him to a safe location, one of our hidden locations.
So,
Yeah, I'd like to
Yep.
place him inside one of our locked compartments.
Smuggling compartments.
I start installing my purchases.
So it's a bit weird, don't you think? He just no liquidity at all. And actually, Feena, you're gonna find this kind of crazy. He basically asked to be shot,
That's
like because he couldn't pay. He knew he had a debt, and he knew we were here to collect, and he didn't have the ability to pay for it.
Yeah, very bizarre.
I happen to know that
So
he
you
did
shot
make-
him.
Well, I stunned him.
Yeah.
Not a monster.
I assume he was calling your bluff.
I assume so too.
I'm not a monster.
I was just thinking that.
And then my two eyes wink.
oh, it's horrible.
Yes, the blink wink.
Yes, the Melba, as we call it, the Melba on toast. Yeah.
I should have picked up Melba toast.
There you go. Next time.
Sorry.
Next time.
This is what happens when I'm not the one who does the groceries.
Mm.
I mean, you busted into his bank account, right? He was just full of shit, right?
Well, not quite. He doesn't have the liquidity right now because he's been making transfers off world. I haven't figured out
Where?
exactly. Well, I don't know yet. No, but I'm
How
gonna
can you
find out.
figure it out?
So that sounds like the perfect thing to figure out in case we need to zip by and pick up his accounts from whatever other planet he's on. So that
Yeah,
sounds
but
like a
right
great
now
project
we
for
have
tonight.
to leave.
No.
So if you make me a,
Match.
we'll call this, you've already made the computers roll. I want you to make me a, wow, this is really not the kind of roll that I would want here. Okay, I want you to make me, fuck. Wow, like this, it's just not supported by this particular system. So instead I'm gonna do it this way. Make me an underworld knowledge check, please.
Oh, absolutely. Is it simple, average? What do you?
This is going to be a hard check.
I am gonna spend our last. No.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm gonna spend our last light side point.
I mean, it's 8:48. It seems like that would be a wise thing to do.
Do it.
I'll also give you a boost die from your previous computer's roll.
Nice. Whee! What did
Oh.
Blew it.
That's actually worse than than failures
Then, like,
and stuff. It's
2
just,
despairs
just
and a fucking
nothing. Just a whole lot of nothing.
shit.
You don't actually know what to do with that transit number.
Well, that's disappointing.
That is outside your realm of expertise.
But we have an angry cat that knows exactly what to do with it.
Slice it up for you. That's what I would do.
It's not to say that somebody else might not be able to do something with it, but
Yeah,
that's all you have.
it's just it's too bad for my lack of knowledge. Okay.
Yeah, good girl, Ella. Taking a big ol' whiz.
Fantastic.
Uh,
I'm not quite sure what to do with it yet, but I think theoretically we could find somebody who might be able to help us track where it's gone. Not that we can go and just steal all his money, right? But
I mean, if
you
you
know,
have the, home account, you can just be like, oh, I need to transfer some back. Oopsie.
Yeah, this money.
You know what? That's a good enough answer that I'm going to let you make a roll.
Okay.
You roll me your...
it's true weirdness.
You can either roll me your skullduggery, or you can roll me your underworld.
Weirdness that.
Exact same roll for me. I don't know if one would be.
And it's a hard check.
Yeah.
That orange heart is so cute.
So, doesn't matter to you either which one I choose.
No. Go for it.
Yeah. Oh.
oh no.
Failure and a
Take
threat.
it back. 0 successes is better.
So as you're looking into it, you hear another moan now coming from the smuggling compartment.
Oh god. What are we gonna do with it? You can keep stunning him till we bring him back?
No.
Oh.
That's a good way to just like really mess a guy up. Hey, what's going?
Oh, but before he wakes up, I do want to check his pockets.
Some standard credits, like just like a couple. He's got a what looks to be like a bauble.
Okay. Does he have a communicator on him?
No.
Does he have anything that looks like it could be tracking his whereabouts?
Well, you have his data pad,
Excellent.
but
wanna
you've
turn
made
that
sure
off.
that his data pad isn't currently
Oh yeah, it's not.
a
Okay,
tracker.
cool. So we're gonna, and I'll take his shit, but that's just so he feels the fear.
So he starts waking up at this point.
Yep.
What is going? What? You were supposed to kill me.
You're going on a trip.
No,
Yes.
you can't take me there.
I can and I will.
You can't. There must be some other way that we can make this work out.
If
No.
you can figure out how to get the money back, we will have another conversation. But until that time,
I can't give you the money. I cannot give you what I do not possess.
goodbye.
Can I come in and play good cop?
So you hear like banging.
Oh my god.
I want to press the button.
And he seems surprised because now he's confronted with somebody who he hasn't met yet.
I'm sorry about my friend.
Who are you?
Yeah,
I'm
Lord.
concerned. I heard that you preferred death to any other option.
I don't prefer death, but it is what's going to happen. I will not be
You
taken there.
told her to shoot you.
I will not be taken there.
Well, then what can we do to make sure that doesn't happen?
You can let me go.
Unfortunately, that doesn't seem like a very good option for us either.
There is no money.
Odd. There seems to be some money off-world.
It's gone.
You can't, say, oh, I'm sorry, I don't actually need those parts I ordered. I'll make sure they're shipped back to you.
I would rather die.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
No, you wouldn't. You have so much to live for. Look at you. Do you have someone special?
Are you taller?
You have so much to live for. Me.
I'm afraid I will not tell you. You'll just have to kill me.
They'd be so sad to see you go. Or is it just all the potential lovers that will have a moment of sadness as they realize there was a future that never
There are some things that
happened.
are more important than love.
Dying? Please enlighten me.
The money's gone.
Well,
You will not find out where it was sent. You will not get it back.
then unfortunately my friend's gonna have to bring you all the way across the galaxy.
Then I
It's
promise
such a
you that
long way.
before we arrive, I will be dead.
Well, we can't let that happen, so I'm just gonna have to sit here and be your friend. Now, I know you've got those binders on, but we can hold hands if you'd like.
Aw. Oh. Weird.
You must be very scared.
You can do me a favor.
What would that be?
You could sneak a blaster in here. I could.
No.
You could let me go.
No.
It would be for an excellent cause.
And what causes that?
You would be helping a man.
Well, I'm also helping a man by making sure that you go where you're supposed to go.
All right, roll me your charm. Difficulty is going to be 2 challenge, 2 normal dice.
So this is a daunting task, all right.
Oh yeah, this is
Are
a.
you using any destiny points on that?
I am not.
Okay.
However, I will give you a boost die because I just adore the way that you play the good
Alright.
cop. I'll give you another boost die
Oops.
because you had Feena.
Okay, rolling the extra boost separate. I'm cheating.
That is.
That
No,
didn't
you roll the
contribute.
whole thing. You don't roll until I've finished
I'm
telling
sorry,
you what
I
the
thought you
pool
were
is.
done. I'm sorry.
But like we made this rule from the beginning is that if you mess up the roll,
Yeah.
you redo the whole roll, whether you did well or not. So you get 2 boost die, 1 for yours, one for Melba's assistance. Go ahead.
Oh.
1 failure, but
Oh.
3 advantage.
Hey.
All right, that's fair. So he. Do you have a suggestions how you want to spend your advantage, or I will give you?
That he'll stop asking to die and maybe feels friendly towards me.
He will not stop asking to die, but he will at least begin to trust you a bit more.
Okay.
But as he does so, he says that the transactions have already been completed. They're irreversible. Besides, the person who he transferred the money to left. They're off-world.
That's okay. We have a ship. We can go there.
You'll never find.
I'm very skilled at finding people.
For the 2 of you, anything?
I'd like to place the binders on his feet as well. Just because he seems like a bit of a loose cannon.
Oh, he's a runner.
I can't trust him. So, slap those on.
I kind of feel like you are the kind of person who would like slap 6 binders on somebody if you felt like you could get away with it.
If I had them in my inventory, absolutely. So I'm gonna add that to my shopping list.
Okay.
More
Didn't we buy a
binders.
case? We bought a case of like 5
Yeah, but
binders.
she doesn't carry 6 binders on her at all times.
Aren't we back at the ship?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. I have 5 now.
Yeah. There you go. Use them all. None left over.
Rigel?
Yeah, I'm going to start. These guys. I have nothing to contribute with this other person, at least not yet. Not until I know a bit more about him. I'm going to start composing a message to a contact I have on Tanodaka.
Takodana.
Takodana, so close. Just probing, testing the waters in terms of where I might be able to sell some intel on a new freighter design that looks pretty sweet.
Okay. Absolutely, you can do that. Melba?
I'm just stationing myself outside the compartment to make sure no funny business.
Funny business.
Anything from you, Feena?
Just hanging out with him.
So you have information of his. You just have to actually do something with it. Or are you just staying on the planet until the next day?
Well,
I
don't we have
want to
wait
stay
for
on the
Fina's
planet
thing?
till the next day.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear both
Sorry.
of you.
Then don't we have to wait for Fina's thing? Fina's not letting us leave, right?
That's true. So are you just sitting around and waiting?
I guess so.
Until trouble shows up, at least.
Yeah. Since I don't have a way of tracking this number,
I didn't say you didn't have a way of tracking the number. So that you didn't find anything just yet.
I didn't find anything. Truth.
Yes.
I'm gonna ask Capa. He seems like more of a mechanic's little thing, but we're gonna find out.
So Capa trundles over. Hello.
Hello, Capa. How
What
are
do?
you doing? What?
What do?
Yeah, what do? And I look at the data pad out. I'm just gonna go like around
back
over the
that up.
shoulder, like crouch really low to get over their shoulder. What's happening? What are they doing?
Person has financial records.
Yeah.
Spent money. Get off world. Took a lot
Yeah.
of money with.
Well, see, here's the thing. We need some of that money back because that's the job right now.
You no want go.
We don't want to go.
Crummy world. Cold.
Oh. Oh. It's too bad.
Why
I mean-
anyone want go Hoth?
I don't know.
And I think we'll end the session there.
Ooh, hey.
At this
Don't like
time, Hoth is nothing
Is it?
to us.
Whew. Oh, Angus.
Hooray.
Is that his name? Angus?
I just really
Hooray.
like drumming on tables.
I thought it was awesome.
Well, Fina's about to get a kick-ass silk robe. She
Yeah.
just put that on top of her
Yes.
other robe.
Yeah. I mean, I was
We'll trap
thinking
a
of
bit more
getting a
heat.
thermal cloak, but I that was back when we were on the shitty planet instead of high class planet.
Sounds about right, Eric. Capa continues to surprise me. I gotta say, I judged a book by its cover, so to speak.
A game of solitaire.
I really did. I
Well,
really did. The peg.
Winnipeg.
The peg. You bet.
Winter peg.
Like February.
Manasnova.
I know. I've been to Winnipeg and it was fine, temperature-wise. I didn't
Actually,
go in the
I
winter.
haven't been at that one. We skipped it when we went out west. Oops. There's a lot of country to jump over in this country. Just for those of you who are.
I mean, funnily enough, it was like the weirdest thing in that the one time that I actually visited Winnipeg, I left from the States to go to Winnipeg and then returned to the States.
Oh yeah.
Like, it was just so weird. I was like, oh, I'm going back to Canada, but not to see anybody I know back home.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially because, like, well, I mean, I know you were living there then, but it's so much closer, or it would be so much closer to go to Quebec. Yeah, than it would be to go back. to
Funnily
Texas.
enough, it's
that
not actually as far as it seems.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
in the plains.
I
It's
mean,
not there.
Ontario's very big.
Canada's really big.
You me.
So, because we are now clockwise once more. So you, Kate, are gonna have to say what you liked about Scott.
Hello.
I mean, if I have to come up with something.
Terrible.
See, that's not weird, Happy. I told you that was going to happen. No one in Texas believed me that I was like, yeah, this isn't actually that hot for me. And everyone was like, oh, yeah, no, it's Texas. It's totally fucking hot. You're from Canada. You live in an igloo. Well, guess what?
Guess what? We
Fucking
don't.
hot here.
We live in a normal house.
But you know what, Scott? What's hot about Scott was that Rigel did a brave thing. He decided to go in on the deal and like talk ships and be all misleading. Well done. Pat
Thanks.
Rigel on the back for
I
that.
did feel attempted charming. Attempted charming was good. What I really loved about Melba today was this is gonna sound two things. No comment. One, for sure, I really enjoyed the disguise kit and like the helping hand that you lent the assistant the
that's
personal assistant. But more so, I really appreciate that Melba is not at all interested in what this guy's deal is and why he doesn't have money. You're like dedicated to becoming a legitimate bounty hunter.
Yep.
I think that's really like cool.
Oh my god.
Thank you. That's very nice.
Aragorn, that is true. Sometimes I am shocked by the things that she says. Kate, every time Feena charms somebody, I love her more and more. Like
Yay.
the little conversation at the end with Ingus, like, you don't want to die. You don't want that. No.
Yeah, that's no fun. Don't do that. No.
She's
no.
just so pleasant and competent.
Yay.
It was very impressive.
Yeah.
Important, rather.
A hands-free double leku flip.
It's true.
Go get that one. See if you can do it with that.
Oh. I don't know whether I can do it.
I actually have 5 experience now.
All right. Meanwhile, y'all can keep talking.
So I'll ask in reverse order then. Elizabeth, what did you learn today?
I learned that Melba's constantly trying to not learn things about her bounties and acquisitions because that makes it easier. But soon she's gonna have to face that these are people. So we're gonna see what she does when that happens.
Double leku flip.
They don't really flip. They're a bit
Oh my god, it's so good.
dense
so cute,
for
though.
flipping.
I learned that Rigel is, well, I mean, obviously he's interested in ships, but like, I learned that Rigel is really impressed by this person who managed to build himself like a little mini empire, and he doesn't have that ambition necessarily, but the idea of building ships seems really exciting to him. That's what I learned today.
Learned that obligation can suck, and that it's kind of fun to sit by and watch my colleagues, because it's fun to sit by and watch them try to do the charming.
Neither of them as good at it as you are.
No, but it was
you
fun.
were pulled away because you had your obligation come up.
Yeah.
That fucking first time, despite the fact that you're over 50% obligation at this point, and that happens in episode 5.
Episode 5. Very true. And 2 bingos, I think.
I'm
Yeah.
holding on.
I mean, 2 out of the 5 that we require for a bingo, but like, 2 bingos.
Nope.
Fina's obligation to take over this game actually saved plot/Redshift.
In what way? I mean, I did miss.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I catch that.
Yeah. Bingo go.
That chat achievement name was fucking god
So
tier.
good.
Yeah,
That was
it's
great.
absolutely incredible, Crosshair. Bingo, go, 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 go.
Yep.
Okay, that's
That
fair.
is true.
That is totally fair.
Right.
Eric and I had the exact same thought. Like, I said it and then I looked and she'd already sent it into chat.
That's funny. Do you think we can afford the new Corellian luxury lot V6?
I learned that apparently this zipper has power.
Or at least for Trey.
Yeah.
#Tron.
I mean, I'm down to find out how that particular thing is going to go, but we do have other streams in the meantime.
We do.
Oh, c'est vrai.
Tuesday?
Tuesday at, I believe, 6 p.m. Eastern. You can catch me doing my thing over on twitch.tv/bifftheboss. There is the release of a new horror game, which I've been dying to play. And while it might not be a Schooly and Scream stream, I am still hoping to jump in on that. So I'm very excited about Amnesia Rebirth, which I believe is, dropping on Tuesday.
Wednesday?
I believe there is a Drew Crew at 4 o'clock on Wednesday. Having said that, take all my scheduling this week with a grain of salt because my call times for being on set keep changing. So right now it's a go.
On Wednesday, there's a very solid chance that this is going to become, like Wednesday after Drew Crew, Prost Drew Crew will become my stream time. And while I've been trying to make sure that I get something new in, which was VR, unfortunately the game that I was playing, Beat Saber, updated and broke every mod, including the ones that I need to stream. So those are on their way back. So I'm not sure what game it will be. I would love to hear your suggestions, but VR, the other thing is that it's possible that we'll be able to get some better mixed reality cameras in, but only for next week, not for this week. So I'll take any and all suggestions on the Discord, but I would love to find out what people would love to see me play. Thursday, we have an RPG clinic. Now, I don't want to make any specific promises, but it is possible that we may take a couple of RPG clinics that are upcoming and run one-on-one one-shots.
Oh!
Wow.
When did... Oh my goodness! When did the... Oh my god! Hang on, I just have to... Whew!
So the idea is that sometimes RPG Clinic is great for the question and answer period, and sometimes it might be an interesting thing to try something new. And so maybe not necessarily this week, but we may be looking at running some simple one-shots coming up. We'll see if we can make that work. I don't know. I know that I've been itching to play Star-Crossed, which is a one-shot that involves similar mechanics to Dread. So I also would have to find a Jenga tower, but...
Oh, you
I
guys
can
have
send
one?
you one. You can disinfect
Great.
it. I think we have 2.
But yeah, like some simpler games, and whether they're one-on-one or multiple people, just something that involves less preparation, less setup. And hey, I might not even be the one running these things. I mean, Starcross doesn't technically have a GM. It's 2 players playing. But hey, if you've got stuff to recommend them. Obviously, it's going to be down to like what people are interested in playing. But if you have things, I would love to get any recommendations possible. But so this Thursday may be our first one. Tune in, we'll find out. We didn't actually have a discussion about it. I don't want to put anybody on the spot. So we'll see. But otherwise, there will be a stream for on Thursday for RPG Clinic. Friday, I hear there's a pretty decent stream that happens that day. But
Once again, presumably Punchy is happening. And if not, I think there might be a steel stream from this guy.
Yes! Finally, my VR boxing stream!
Uh,
I'm just kidding.
Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday at 3. Holy shit, Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Join me on twitch.tv/bifftheboss, unless, we'll talk about it amongst ourselves, of course. And there'll be some story, narrative-driven content. That'll be fun.
Zesty Artist, yes, Jenga with a chess clock is absolutely the best. Hey, whoa!
Thank you, Lamyra, for the gift.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lamyra.
During the week, I intend to be streaming most weekdays around 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I'll be playing more Genshin Impact. I'm now at a level where I can co-op, and after I get one more tower, I can actually co-op without having to get people instantly out of my... Dio, it's your birthday.
Dio's
What are you
giving
doing?
gifts
Giving
on her
gifts?
birthday.
Damn it, Dio.
Thank
You'd be
you so
gifting
much
you.
for the
Oh,
sub bombs.
Dio.
And
Aragon,
Goblin
I see a
Queen Yumi got the sub.
Nice.
And Bataloos.
Yay.
Awesome. So yeah, I was
Enjoy
actually going to
your
get to you
emotes.
because I was like, you're
Yeah.
streaming the whole week.
Yeah.
But like, the best place to catch that is on the Discord.
Mhm.
You know who's responsible for making the Discord awesome? It's all of you.
Yeah.
So go and hang out there. Also, we've got to thank She Who Knows 10,000 Things, Entropy's Disciple, Aragorn the Crosshair. Thanks so much for being here. What the? Ah, now there's bits.
Ending hype train.
Is it a hype train now?
Yeah, it is. Hype train just
Can't
went
go yet.
off.
Oh boy. Well, that like hyping at the end.
Oh, it's fantastic.
So yeah, Discord. Remember that we are absolutely wanting to hear from you in terms of your feedback and in terms of your suggestions, not just for this stream, but also for the other RPG Clinic streams. Chat tax is paid. Fair enough. And you know, you can always catch other of our valued members, Dio, Pukajutsu, Aragorn, plenty of people also stream, and you'll see those get posted in the Discord as well in the random channel, or you can follow their Discords. How will next week go? I was hoping Ember would last longer than 12 seconds.
Ugh.
I'm out.
Oh, Ember. I mean, oh.
I got to thank everybody for being here. Thanks to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, we got hopefully just one more of these sessions before we can be back together again. We'll see.
Big crossed
But until
fingers.
then, see you next time.
Bye, and thank you so much for that. Bye.